place inside my mind. I fell in love with you, I knew that I wasn't enough for you. It's true, I kept buying more stuff for you, but you left me in the dark. Break my heart, it's not that hard. I fall in love too quickly. I'm addicted to the dark. I love what isn't good for me. Break my heart, it's not that hard. I fall in love too quickly. I'm addicted to the dark. I love what isn't good for me. I tried to close my heart again, but it's bursting at the seams. Let's spend some time apart, she said, but we both know what that means. This life is a fucking disaster. Blink by blink, it's moving faster. The dark takes place of the fading laughter. But don't look now, it's getting sadder. There's heartbreak and heartache in every chapter. The devil watches over and he's getting madder. My world doesn't end with a bang or a whimper. It just keeps on going, but I'm all alone here. Break my heart, it's not that hard. I fall in love too quickly. I'm addicted to the dark. I love what isn't good for me. Break my heart, it's not that hard. I fall in love too quickly. I'm addicted to the dark. I love what isn't good for me.
To everyone who appreciates a fresh meal that comes from the heart, let our team member Emma tell you what's special about the Culver's Way.
We take great tasting burgers seriously in Wisconsin. Favorite recipes, fresh ingredients, real Wisconsin cheese. It's a place where traditions matter. So of course it's where Culver's Butter Burger was born. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection, then topped with a lightly buttered toasted bun.
What can we say? To us, it's a whole lot more than a burger. It's a taste of home.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I hurt myself today. See if I still feel. I focus so.
Clickety clackety. Hi, people. What's going on?
Howdy.
Welcome, week 5. Not even questioning it this time. Week 5, SureFire Fantasy Football. I am still 0-4. I haven't won a game. He still hasn't lost a game.
Let's keep rolling.
He's doing pretty good.
I lost bad, though.
I want to start this out with a little game for you two.
Little game.
I haven't told them. Well, I told them the idea.
Do we get a prize? No, not yet.
Yeah, we should. Whichever one of you wins it. And the chat can play, too, if the chat beats you, because they're on delay. If they beat you, it's crazy. So we'll do... Whoever wins gets to choose my team name for this week.
Okay.
All right. Here is the game. I'm guessing there's very few people in this.
We can't look anything up?
You cannot use your phones to look anything up or your computer.
All right.
The chat can, but they're delayed. So, all right. This is going to be a player's stats. I'm going to give you some player stats. I'm going to do them slowly so that you guys have time and it's going to build up.
So if the chat beats you, though, they get to name your team?
Whoever wins first.
Okay.
You guys are the chat. Whoever does in the chat gets to.
And this is stats of a player from the start of the year to...
This year, yep.
Okay.
Not saying he's played every game, not saying he hasn't played every game. But it is a man. All right. So this player is the number 13 at his position.
Okay.
And he's a running back.
DeAndre Swift.
No.
Nixon.
Played... No. He's played all 4 games.
Yeah.
He plays in the AFC.
ETN?
Nope. His first week, he scored 8 points.
Derrick Henry.
Since then, he scored 17 points, 12 points, and 14 points.
Is it Derrick Henry?
No, that's too low.
Yeah, it was.
He has 1 touchdown on the season. He averages about 50% of the snaps for his team.
Who the fuck is it? Oh,
It's like-
that's a good one.
I haven't seen if chat got it yet. Let me check.
I can think of everyone.
Damian Pierce.
Logan also said Dameon Pierce.
No, I know
Nope.
that's what he came in with.
Nope, not Dameon Pierce.
Pacheco.
Nope. I can give more hints. I'm gonna give it a second before I
give it a
more hints.
second.
That's not up on the board. That dude was.
Target wise, he's going. I'll give you his age. He is 24 years old. Means he's young.
I'm trying to think East.
He's 24 years old, and it is his second year in football.
Can you give the
Second year
the
in
NFL.
football?
Can you give the numbers again?
8 points, 17 points, 12 points, 14 points.
James Cook. Yeah.
Bingo!
Interesting.
Did anyone get it before you? No.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I probably can't start off with he's the running back. If we're letting the chat do it, he's the running back this number because they can just
look it
that
up.
up.
Yeah. But our number one fan.
They were good
he's-
about it.
he
also
knows.
Josh Jacobs. I think that's a good guess too.
That was probably close.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Well,
like that
that's
game.
our
That's a
fun
good
little.
game.
We'll start
I like
off
that
the stream
game.
that way.
That was
I'll
fun.
figure out a way to make it so that it's less cheatable, even though no one cheated. But just for fun. But yeah,
Victory. I got a victory.
You did. What
I
do
got
you
a
name the
victory in
team?
this. I don't know.
yeah, you gotta think about it. Currently, my team is named. I don't even know what.
I need saved.
I'm to the point now where Monaco Man is not. That name's not deserving of my team.
I do that too. Like I think last year I had Steve Irwin, and then I changed it back to Money Man and went on a hot streak.
So you need to. Oh wait. So now you're gonna do the opposite.
Yeah, I want to get cold.
Now you're gonna lose a few games.
But I'll
So-
move it back to Money Man before we start this week.
Well, we're gonna do a quick recap of last week. Everyone was there. Everyone
Super
knows
quick,
what
everyone
happened.
knows what happened.
Yeah.
I
Will.
win?
No. Will lost in a very tough fashion. Honestly, you probably should have lost the week, but it just should have been as close as it was. But it looked bad there for a minute. Fields looked like you benched the wrong quarterback, and then AR came to shine for you. So, Mike, one man show. You took Dalton down with
dude.
one guy.
CMC, but
And then DK got the touchdown on,
thank
on
God,
the first
thank
drive.
God. Would've been tight.
It was looking so good for Dalton
Yeah.
too.
I know.
4-point loss. So
Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown are dogs.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
AJ Brown
facts.
just- When
That stack's ridiculous.
I thought that it was gonna be the Dalton would win when I saw what AJ Brown was
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, yeah, I think everyone did in there.
Well, Kelsey.
It was just
Kelsey
like
hasn't been
every-
Kelsey this year.
no.
Well, he's only played 3 games.
I know, but he hasn't had. I don't
Right, no,
think he's
2.
had I think he's played 2 or 3.
He's
No, I
been
think
3. He only missed week 1.
Okay, but I think he did pretty good the first. In fact, I think he's like 2 points behind being the tight end 1.
Right, but
No, he
like,
played in
I
6, I think.
I know, but it's a really
Yeah.
close spread.
don't know, he just
anyways,
played
Yeah,
more.
so that's how we get into it.
That is how we.
What would we have? We had Robin with a narrow victory. Honestly, there was 3 close games and then 2 50-point blowouts. So Robin and Coleman were in another close one, but Robin took that one home. And then Logan's team scored a high 155.
About time.
Took down Kevin's undefeated streak.
Yeah, I like how he called out Kevin wasn't going to lose to like week 7.
Yeah.
And you said Logan took that
So
personally.
you did. I'm going to take that personally. And then Father Jordan, center himself, took me down. His team. I think every single player on his team was just scoring touchdown on red zone while I was watching. It was very depressing. But props to you, Jordan. And I scored a measly 82, so not even close. But that is your week 4 recap. We're moving on to new things, better things. Will Mike be undefeated?
What do you think about the starting now? The loser of the week has to shotgun a beer and send it to the chat.
I've seen that on something that's what they have to do.
Is it the ringer
They
thing?
talked about today. It was the way theirs was if anybody who has a player who scores 0 points.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they did say that.
Oh gosh, there was a lot at the beginning of the year. There's been a lot. So what would it be? Like me being the 82?
I like loser of the week.
He shotguns a beer and sends it in the
Or
chat.
shotguns it, or
does whatever,
drink,
does a
big
shot or
drink,
something, yeah.
But middle of the week, it's got to be a just boring ass week.
at work.
At work, yeah, in the office.
It might be hard to enforce it. I don't know if everyone would agree.
I think we got some good sports here. This is shotgunning a beer too. So
That would be least the lowest score, right?
yeah, it's lowest scoring on the week.
I like it.
Brad this week has
Brad,
Brad is literally might take the L. Now Brad's got the team that'll probably still do it, but we'll get into Brad's current situation. But let's talk some waivers. We 14 waivers.
It's been an active waiver year.
I just realized Brad's logo is the L from Lord of the Rings.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Waivers were weird today. I spent way too much money on Jameson Williams. Or Jameson.
Jameson,
Yeah.
I drafted him.
Jameson. Yeah, he got his suspension shortened by 1 week.
2.
2?
2 weeks,
2
yeah.
weeks, yeah, because it was through 6.
So I guess walk us through how much did you spend? Was it 16?
16 or 17.
Do you
So-
feel that you overspent?
Yeah.
Why? I feel
Nobody else even put a $0 bid on.
there's no way I would have guessed that.
I just can't believe that. I went up and up and up on that bid because I haven't done it all year, but I let a podcast sway me. They were like, and not in like a big way, but they were like, the guy was saying, I think it was the Ballers, and he was like, I'd put $10 to $15 on him, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get him. And I was like, oh shit, I only have like 9 on him. So I went and raised it. It's like, I really want to at least have a chance of getting it.
I really don't feel I thought you overspent, because that's kind of what I thought he went for, but I didn't think there would be no one else even just said, hey, I have $2 fab dollars I'm going to spend on him.
Yeah,
$5
I
fab
can't believe
dollars.
that.
No one spent anything on him. How do you feel about him as a player, though? Because it was someone that I actually had, like, starred him, and
Was it Friday that the news came out that Williams would be unsuspended?
He
I
would,
got in for free.
you couldn't pick him up, Logan, because I tried to. They already played their game.
because they
on
played Thursday.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we couldn't.
So,
So my team right now needs the potential. I just
Yeah.
need all the players I get need to be players that, even if it's the slightest chance, could become a great fucking player. So he's one of those guys.
is he just not riding on his draft capital? Because doesn't he only caught, like, 3 passes, and, like, he's
One
been
with a touchdown.
hurt? He's been hurt all the time.
He's not hurt
He's
right now.
Gambling.
The gambling was on the NBA. That's bullshit that he got. That was just stupid. Also, did you know he was drafted in the exact same spot? I think picked 12 as Gibbs.
Yeah. They love
So
him.
he really?
it's not
Oh
a
my
good it's not a
God.
good spot to be picked.
I mean, I've heard Amon Ra might be hurt, so this might actually work out for you. Like, especially this week. If
Yeah.
Amon Ra doesn't
I
play.
heard
so.
his abdomen and potential.
I am shocked no one else put a bid in. That's why I didn't put a
That's
bid in for it, because I thought, this guy's going to go for a bunch, which he did, but I'm surprised no one else put anything.
Put a shot out there.
I feel so
in.
stupid.
I thought it'd be like 10.
Yeah.
honestly,
At least I
is what
didn't
was
go
thinking.
crazy and drop
Yeah.
a bunch of money. But
Oh man, you'd be real sick then at that point. So
17 was the max I would have, or whatever I put was the max I would have possibly gone. I ended up going at the last second to that much more. I think it was at 12.
yeah. So see, of the 14, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenses picked up. So we don't have to go through those. We had an onslaught of quarterbacks as well. We had a golf pickup for $1, a CJ Stroud for
Okay, so
$0.
Logan picked up golf for $1.
Nope,
No,
Coleman.
Coleman did.
We have a lot of
What I want to know is, did Stroud get picked up for $0?
yes by Brad.
Who's putting money on any player when Stroud is available and not putting money on Stroud? I just can't believe that.
I think Logan, he had the backup plan of Dobbs and Goff. So
And Logan picked up Dobbs, right?
well, he
But-
pretty much he put
Did he
put
try to get
one out.
Stroud?
He put waivers in for Goff, Stroud, and Dobbs all at $0. So I felt he was comfortable with whoever he received. He didn't want to put any of his money on anyone.
Thanks, Dalt.
Because Logan was the second highest spender of $8 for Wilson for Arizona. Michael Wilson.
See, okay, so I actually liked the pickup of Wilson, but we were talking before the podcast, and I was like, what? They were like, I can't believe you spent 8 on him. I was like, I like it. But then it was brought up that was your entire fab. So we just want to know, we're a little confused. Just let us know what your plan is. So here's where we're at here. First off, Stroud was available, which probably could have been a guy that you could start all year. Dobbs, even if he is as good as he has been, he's still okay, and Murray might come back. You now are in a situation where you're streaming. We're talking to you, by the way, Logan, obviously. You're now in a situation where you're streaming quarterbacks, probably, with 0 fab. So that's got to be scary as fuck.
But I will say, we're in the midst of buys, but Coleman still has Trevor Lawrence, so he might get to a point where he stops holding the second QB. Brad has Herbert, who's on a bye. So I think he feels there's confidence that there'll be someone else as well.
There is always someone there. It's just scary.
But the thing is those
0 fab.
Those people that get dropped,
someone else.
They're going to get picked up for $1 over, and especially now we all know that. We're like, okay, well, all we got to do is bid $1, and we guarantee that we at least get him over the other guy that's definitely streaming quarterbacks. You know?
But maybe Wilson works out at the same time. But yeah, to be streaming a quarterback, for 10 more weeks plus playoffs with 0 fab, it's got to be scary for him. He's got to be probably looking for a trade of some sort, or I can't imagine Dobbs is the future.
I will say though, Dobbs had that first.
Dobbs has been
game,
amazing.
It was 0.9. Everything else was 25, 17, and 23. So when
Look at
Stroud's doing well.
Like 20 every
game. He had 10 week one, and then 20 every game since. So
ride the hot hand.
But yeah, I think he's just comfortable. Maybe he just.
I like the pickup of Dobbs for.
Yeah.
Ohio State boys have not treated him well all the time.
They hurt him.
That's why I was even more surprised because he was an Ohio State boy. I was like, I can't believe he hasn't picked it. He didn't. In the other league that I'm in, I bid way too much on him, but I didn't have a great quarterback. I had 2 good enough. So I bid like 12 or 15 on Stroud because I was like, Logan will go. He had fab in that one. I was like, Logan will go all out on Stroud, and he didn't even try.
All right,
I mean, there is Stafford, Love, Purdy. Like, he's always going to have decent options at the same time. Dak Prescott.
A lot of teams have 2 QBs. There's always more than one streaming option every week. I'm okay with no fab.
Get that.
I'm okay with no fab too. I was okay with everything that was going on until I thought of the fact that your situation might be scary. If you look at
the current list, it's Stafford. That's a fine play. Love. That's a fine play. Purdy. Fine. A lot of
times,
all these guys between
they'll be
the quarterback 10 and the quarterback 25 are the same.
Yeah, it's like who cares?
That's where it comes down to the topic of streaming. Is really it's when you pick the wrong guy, which
that's where it gets tough. Yeah, that's where it gets tough. But
he felt. I think he was feeling like he made the wrong pick with Love, and then he turned it around. They're our second half team at this point. So, can I call Coleman out a little bit?
No,
go for it.
I need to.
No. What do you got to call him out for?
I want to know how much is Higbee at this point? Has he spent like $12 on Higbee? Has it been one accumulation of Higbee at $12?
You can click on Higbee and see what's
happening.
What does it say?
He's calling you out for Pitts all day, and this man keeps dropping Higbee. He's one of the few teams that is tight end streaming, and he keeps spending absurd amounts of money on Tyler Higbee. History.
Yeah, where's the history?
Mike Levitt 0, Coleman 6, Coleman 4. So we're up to 10. We reached double digits, but there'll be one more.
Last week that he picked him up too, wasn't it? Didn't he pick him up and drop him?
The 26th. So yeah, I believe so. Dropped him on the 28th. And
picked
then
him
back
up
on the 3rd.
Picked him up for 4. Yeah. Dropped him 2 days later. Picked him up for 6. Tried to trade him to me today.
The scariest part about him though is Cup's probably coming back, right? And he's gonna see less target.
Mouths to feed, yeah.
Higbee is benefiting from Cup being.
I will say, if you look at his targets of the last 4 weeks, they've been incredible.
Yeah. But you can say that with so many people. You can say that with look at Ertz.
You can say
on
with
the waiver
Ertz,
still, and he got 10 targets last week. He's had like 10 targets twice and 7 once. It's the same thing. The difference is they don't have Cup and.
Yeah, he's at 10, 8, 2, 10. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. You can say that with lots of players. Like, honestly, I'm surprised that Ertz doesn't have more love. I think you'll be fine streaming QBs. Bye weeks will matter more for you, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll hurt on the bye weeks for sure because
Yeah.
he's not gonna have the pick of the crop.
But
right?
there's really not been any injuries yet either, so that
But-
starts getting interesting.
And he did overspend a little, or he did overspend when he did do the Puka pickup, but the Puka
worth
pickup
it.
has worked out for him.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting when Cup comes back to see how Puka is. It'll be very
It will be interesting. I think he'll still be
I've
very
heard-
viable, but probably not quite as good as he is.
Everyone views him, but he really is outside, so they're saying there's no route issues, but obviously you just got to feed the mouths. It's going to be the
That would be, yeah, I will say, Logan, if Hollywood leaves, then Wilson becomes very interesting because Rondale Moore does not become the number one for that team. He's just too small of a guy. So that would be interesting. But we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
We will see.
We had a few other small pickups. We had Wandale Robinson to Robin and Tyler Boyd.
Oh, there were two
Brad.
Cardinal wide receivers picked up.
No, that's
Oh, Wandale.
Yeah,
That's Giants.
yeah. And then Kadarius Toney. Brad is on Bipocalypse, so he was a lot of these.
Yeah, this is the week Brad's
Yeah.
gonna take.
That has got to be so nice though to get it over with. Like,
yeah, I say I'm gonna take
like
it.
all of his premier
Especially coming off a
players.
win against Will, where it's really close, and you get the 3-1,
And then yeah,
3-1 instead of 2-2. Yeah, you
it's
can
a
take
lot
that.
better.
It must be nice for you.
I'm surprised that. Oh, yeah, because it's a bye. Quentin Johnson getting dropped. Well, yeah, Brad has a lot of these.
Well, he also had to handcuff. Tyler Boyd was a handcuff due to the question marks around T. Higgins.
Oh,
so not only his hands but also his ribs.
What's the current fab situation for everyone?
I will tell you, Mike, it is. Whoa, that's far away.
Hey, that's-
You have $86. You have the most. Zach and
Nope, Coleman at 89,
Coleman is 89. Okay, he has the most. Zach and Kevin both have 68.
Jordan 70.
Dalton is 64.
You're
I have
53.
53.
Brad's 50.
50.
Now what do we think the next two have?
There's Logan for 0, but
Yeah.
Robin's got a whopping 2.
He likes your mentality. He's
And
saving them.
I don't
up.
know.
Who was Robin spent? Oh, it was Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is doing well.
I don't want
Is
to
he?
I don't want to get sidetracked too much with it, but
It's Ford.
Dalt has the most points again so far this year with 477.
What's his schedule been though? Has he played the quote unquote?
I think that's hilarious.
Top
So this guy
teams.
always has the worst schedule. Remember that year they were averaging 130 on him? Everybody.
I think it was
was?
140.
I think it was 142. It's not crazy.
Logan, this is the best comment. Logan said 89 fab with 10 of it going to Higby.
Oh wow! I did not register that. Thank you, Logan. So he spent $1 on someone else. Oh,
that other dollar was.
That's
funny.
that's amazing.
We love you, Cole. We love you.
Oh,
The other dollar was on Jared Goff. So there you go.
yeah. Dang. Oh, that's amazing. Wait, just today?
Yep.
Dang.
That's funny.
So it was all Higby until then. Oh, that's great. Well, our shortest segment anymore, trades. We had a trade happen just a few hours ago between two of us podcast members, so might be a little hard for us to chime in. So chat, we would love some activity out of you guys.
Here's the thing. So now, I swear people don't notice them. Maybe
You don't get like the.
people don't notice as much when trades happen in the league. So does everyone even? I guess Logan put in the group
Logan
chat
put in, like-
thing, but it got no talk. That's the other thing too. When trades have gone down this year, there hasn't been a whole bunch of people
No one
chatting
cares.
about it.
No one cares. They're happy with their teams.
So walk me through the trade for your standpoint. What made you go get Hawkinson? What was the? How did this come about from your standpoint?
I really like Goddard. I feel like I got great value on him. But the real issue for me with Goddard, not only is he performing
Other than the
under
fact that he's
par,
got like 20
is
points total.
I have too many Eagle players. So
Too
I
many
have
Eagle.
Swift and Smith. So I was starting 3 players, and their passing offense is not amazing right now. So I was shooting some prayers up every time. But the only thing that was saving me was Goddard was just par with everyone else. So I really want to go out and get Hawk.
Hello, Jordan. That's Jordan.
But I knew Will could use some depth, and I feel I gave up some good players, some players that people don't like by their name, but I feel like Kirk is doing really well. It was really hard to give up, but I pretty much just went out and got Hawk.
It was really hard to give up Kirk.
It was. No one likes Kirk. I like Kirk.
I like Kirk.
See?
It's hard to give up. Honestly,
That's why I can't talk to you.
the more I looked
Mr.
into it, I think
Name.
What's his face? Ridley had a touchdown last week, so you don't even think about it. But Ridley is getting out targeted by a lot.
Kirk actually had 2 wide open touchdowns.
I think Kirk is the
one.
Put the tray on the screen. Sorry.
So you wanted to get rid of Goddard. That was the main intent for it.
I'm not gonna say I wanted to get rid of Goddard. I wanted to upgrade tight end, and obviously I felt there was the only tier I could go really into is Hawk, Andrews, and potentially Kelsey. And I think Hawk just has that price tag that is a little more affordable, where those other two, I don't think anyone can afford them necessarily. So Hawk seemed like the good bet. And obviously Will's situation, I had some depth pieces to kind of make it happen, but I really hate Jerry Jeudy and Michael Thomas personally, but they perform. They do what you need them to do on bye weeks and as flex twos, but especially with Alvin, I always mess up his last name, Kamara. Michael Thomas is chopped liver now because Kamara got 14 targets.
Thomas was still fine. Thomas gets 8 points every week.
So what's your standpoint on it? You just wanted depth on it?
I wanted potential. Because my wide receivers were really, really, really fucking bad. The 2 receivers I just gave him were my 2 best ones.
Wow, yeah, and I'm over here like, I didn't want those guys.
So I'm hoping that both of them, and McLaurin's getting more and more work every week.
Yep.
Kirk's getting more and more work every week. So I'm hoping that can slightly continue. And then I'm really hoping that Goddard cannot actually be that far behind Hawkinson. And I think it's possible.
The coach came out and I think made a comment in the press conference this week that they need to get him more involved.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, the coach part doesn't mean much to me, but the stats on Goddard, if you look at his log, he first off, most tight ends you'd think they play most snaps, but they don't. And he played 100% last week.
Oh, yeah,
he plays every snap. And he has gotten, his first week was a really weird.
That was such a rain game.
But then,
what's up, Dan?
7 targets, 4 targets. He's getting targets. I think the points will come. I think he'll have big boom games. I think his bad games will be a little bit higher than what they've.
But that makes you feel better compared to maybe a Kyle Pitts at this point. Obviously, Kyle Pitts has scored more, but you don't feel like the dart throw is quite there.
Right.
It's a potential top
exactly.
5.
The only reason the Hawkinson, though, is it sucks to get rid of him is because this targets. And that last game was a weird one, kind of fluky, but 9 targets, 8 targets, 11 targets. I mean, and 2 touchdowns. The guy is.
So I didn't watch the last game, but the thing that I noticed the first few games, it always seemed like it was the fourth quarter. Like
for Goddard? Or Hawk?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the tight end 1 right now.
He's the overall tight end 1?
Mm-hmm.
He's still number 1 tight end, even though
oh, yeah, you didn't know that?
I actually didn't know that.
I almost used that, but I was like, I'm not going to try to use that bullshit excuse, especially considering Kelsey and Andrews are like 2 points behind him, and they both missed games.
I guess it was that 22-point outlier.
So my knee-jerk reaction was I thought Zach destroyed you on it. But looking into it more depth now, it makes more sense because Kirk, I looked at the stats. He's been getting 15 a week.
Yeah,
it seems like so. Terry McLaurin with Dotson is Dotson hurt?
He got hurt at the end of that game. Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's all on Goddard, obviously, for me on this trade.
Yeah,
I gotta believe Goddard figures it out. So
I gotta hope Goddard figures it out, and then. Yeah,
my knee-jerk
I don't think
though,
I'm ever gonna have issues with McLaurin or Kirk. I just think they might stay mid.
You just might get 8 points.
They're gonna be mid players, but the way your team's built, you kind of just need those players.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, you're right. So, that's how I looked at it too.
Yeah,
because I thought I lost it.
I thought you lost it pretty bad right off the bat, but looking at it now,
I'm playing only. I didn't absolutely get destroyed on it, and I'm playing.
I do wonder if you could have got more elsewhere. Not with me, but like with like.
Tell us how you really feel.
I know. Yeah, I know there was some interest from other teams.
In terms of that was so far and away, other than one that you offered me, which was a little different because I didn't get a tight end.
I know.
That's the other thing.
I know someone on a cruise.
When you're trading tight ends,
he has Andrews, so he didn't care.
When you're trading tight ends, though, it hurts when you're not getting a tight end back that you at least have some faith in.
Yeah, so I just feel like really trading that elite tight end, though, you need to just sell out on it and be like, I'm not doing tight end.
But you can, but it's just so hard to go to.
Here's the thing,
because
then could you gotten 3 wide receivers?
I can't afford to wait. First off, it has to happen now.
But you kind of
second off, a tight end, even a great tight end week is maybe 22 points. So that doesn't win me weeks.
But here's also the difference.
Second off, I got Goddard.
Yeah. He has to start a tight end. He doesn't have to start that third wide receiver. He still has some depth on his team. So if you go too far with getting,
This is my depth, bro.
Tank Dell, New Williams out there, you got some boomer bust. So I just think it gets to a point it can get a little confusing. But you do have bye weeks, you have different things like that.
I just feel like you're going to be waiting a little bit on Goddard. His stats have been awful this year.
Goddard looks slow every year though. That's what I'm saying.
But he can turn around real quick. I'm a big Goddard guy myself. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm letting you kind of talk because you're
I'm a
actually
big
a Goddard
Goddard
guy. So,
But I mean, we got to just look at what we got
I don't know
this
he was
year.
injured so much last year.
So, and I gotta believe he turns around, but you are gonna be waiting for that. I feel like watch is gonna go off.
it's going to happen right away.
But it's a tight end. I mean, tight ends. Any tight end I got stinks. At least with Goddard, I have the ceiling.
You got
potential.
something. I think it was fine though. I think you got some more depth back than I originally thought with it. So that was my take on it.
Dalton likes Kirk for Will.
Yeah.
Can go for 100 yards.
I said Dalton's putting some good information out here. Yeah.
Hawk, I agree. Hawk does seem to Hawk. The only problem is he doesn't quite have the name value, but he does have potential to be the wide receiver one. I think he has potential to be as good as Kelsey, if not better. It's a long shot to be better than Kelsey, but
Yeah.
I think he's gonna. I think he's a lock
targets
for
he
top
gets
three.
are crazy right now.
Yeah, I think he's a lock for top 3. He just still seems, just because of the JJ competition, he just seems like he can't quite surpass those two, but he's just right there.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's a tight end game for him, it's a tight end game.
No,
so.
it makes sense. I mean, who'd you give up for Hawk at the end of the day? Originally, Will.
Gibbs and Wilson
So you gave up Gibbs and Wilson
for Hawk and Stevenson.
So he gained Stevenson.
So
out of that trade, you got Stevenson, Kirk,
basically I gave up Wilson for him.
I just look at you gave up Wilson and Gibbs for Stevenson, Goddard, Kirk, and McLaurin. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That's a good flip.
I
So.
never want to start Judy.
Actually, I was afraid that when we put it like that, I was thinking about this when I did the trade with him. I thought it was going to look worse. But
I think that looks pretty solid.
But that makes it look actually a lot better.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Although Wilson looks better, well, could be better. We'll see.
Could be, yeah.
All right,
I
trade
do have a
over.
tight end.
Just the one trade. We had
There'll
to
be
spend some
more.
time on it.
There'll be
So.
more.
Hopefully, when the more happens, we'll have to take less time. But since there's one trade, we can talk about it for a while.
Boom, boom,
It's also
boom.
when there's two of us involved in it on the pod, it's easier to go long.
Let's do how we want to do rankings. We have some extra information we're going to provide with rankings this time. Do we want to? We still probably need to go bottom to top, right? Or there's not really much to mix this up. But we are providing the 2022 record at this point in time after 4 weeks with the ending record. And there's some interesting information out there, especially with our former champion, where he started. Actually, our other championship team, where they started and where they ended up. So trying to give some hope to some of those 0-4 teams out there.
Some of them.
Some of them.
Was anybody 0-4 at this point last year?
There was someone that was 0-4.
Did they do good?
They did.
They did.
They didn't do as good as someone who was 1-3.
Bottom to top is the
but
suggestion.
bottom to top.
Bottom to top.
Alrighty. So coming in at number 10 is.
You want to show your
man
team?
Will.
Somebody didn't put me last again. I think 2 people didn't, and I
Look
don't
at that.
understand. That dog needs to stop barking.
The dog.
Hey, can you guys hear the dog?
Will's record.
I already have my team.
Will's record last year 1-3, and we will share his finishing position after we review his team, which we all know he was champion.
We should just do that. You should do the finish.
Just do it right now.
Yeah, otherwise we'll forget. I was
Who's
1-3 last
anticipation?
year. I finished as a champion, but my record wasn't great.
7-7
He
regular
finished
season.
7-7, squeaked in, and
6 seed, right?
Yeah, he was a 6
Or did he
seed.
end up sneaking into 5? No, he was 6. No? Yeah.
he was 6 seed. Yeah, because Kevin was 5 seed.
6 seed.
So let's talk about your team.
I think we need to spend some time on his team. There's a few teams we can skip over a little bit, but
So the most interesting thing about Will's team is AR and Justin Fields. I feel like those are big trade pieces to me. So I feel like there are some teams out there that would be interested in some QBs, and I feel like they could be good trade bait. That's just
trade
me.
bait.
I mean, it is bait.
Reel 'em in.
actually. It is what it is.
Yeah, because it's just hard looking at his bench. I mean, you have Tank Dell that potentially Cole Herbert looked a little better, but he's pretty much all in on his starting lineup now.
Do you feel more encouraged about your team with where it was versus like week 2? Because I know you were pretty down.
I feel a lot better about it.
Wow, there's one simple name, A-Chain.
A-Chain, yeah.
A-Chan.
Sorry.
Why does everyone get so
He
weird
ain't gonna
names?
fucking listen to it. It's A-Chan.
Yeah.
Or A-Chain.
Chain. It's a chain.
You all, can we look? Okay, we can look at my team week 2. Let's look at my team week 2. And this was a week I think I still had. No,
Yeah, sure. That's
I had Chubb. Chubb was
Yeah.
still technically on the team, which that's gone.
R.I.P.
So after week 2, and Wilson had that. Let's look at week 3. That's the one that where I was really hating life. You got Fields, who was looking terrible. You got Gibbs, who looks terrible. You got Pierce, who was not looking great. You got Wilson, who's looking terrible. Judy, not looking good. Pitts looking terrible. Pacheco, meh. I was starting Thomas. My bench didn't have hardly any potential on. I had Bateman. Mingo sucks, by the way. Logan tricked me.
He bamboozled you.
Yeah, he tricked me.
You still have him.
I do still have him. I keep trying to drop him, but I keep on failing on that.
He's the one.
So I feel like now instead of Gibbs, I have Stevenson. I like that a lot more. Instead of Wilson and Judy, I have McLaurin and Kirk. I still like that more than that, but it's close. Pacheco's looked a lot better. Pierce's looked a lot better. My tight end at the time was Kyle Pitts, and now I have Goddard, so I like that a lot better.
That's a downgrade.
And Richardson looks like he's going to be a fantasy star, so I like that.
He has the potential to break records, I think.
Oh, and then obviously I have A-Chain now, or A-Chan.
See? RB2.
Why isn't it A-Chain? Why is there an E at the end of it? Just fucking.
I don't know, but I think you're in a better spot. I do.
look better.
You've rebuilt it, so I mean we've proven here that.
And Stevenson's underperforming.
But I'm 0-4, so
I really think 6 and 8 can get it done this year.
I think it's gonna be less than the 7 and 7. So we saw last year 7 and 7, but there was a lot of teams battling for it last year. And
I mean, if you think about it though, 7 and 7, and then the drop of 6 and 8, so Will loses a game there or whoever.
Yeah, it
It's
really comes
6
down
and
to
8
the
that
last
gets
2
in.
weeks.
So
Yeah.
I think 6 and 8 can get it done. So I think
You have
you have a chance.
4 more losses.
Mm-hmm.
Choose wisely.
Yeah, you got to choose wisely with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Decide when you want to allow this to
6
happen.
and 8 can't get it done unless I also start scoring one.
You do have to score some points.
7 and
Are you
7.
well scored?
I would need to be 7 and 7.
Well, you can score some points.
I'm gonna go kill the dog.
All right, go kill it.
Be right back. You guys talk about the next.
All right, who's the next team?
Well, no, this is the team that you want to hear. We had Dalt at number 9, starting off 0 and 4,
Ah,
finishing a very strong 5 and 9. Actually had playoff.
I
hopes.
forgot about that.
I
He
can't
had
remember
playoff
where,
hopes for
where
sure,
it
yeah.
ended, but he
0-4.
was very much in the hunt. So he went 5 and 5 after the 0 and 4 start. So, and he was definitely in it. I can't remember at what point it ended. If anyone remembers what it was, let us know. But
I think he lost to it might have been Will.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
I beat everybody at the end.
Yeah.
All the playoff
McKinnon.
potential teams. I don't know how. My team the people that I played against didn't do very well either.
let's check out his current team.
Dahl is a pretty solid. So he's 1 and 3 right now, right? Though
Correct.
I think he's a solid 1 and 3 team. Honestly, I think his record doesn't speak for how good his team is. The
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts AJ Brown stack is ridiculous.
Then he has
Travis Kelce,
the
he's gonna come
outliers.
back to life. I gotta believe.
He got Christian Watson back. He has
Christian Watson will hit his groove more and
Yeah.
more.
he got a huge gym in Brian Robinson.
Yeah, he's been good
Yeah.
too. What's Brian Robinson's stats this year?
He's the RB 6 or something.
7.
7.
Yeah, averaging 15 points a game.
So I mean, the team is solid. It's just Najee. I gotta
Well,
say.
and
I'm just kidding.
I talk about it every time, but he is one of the people that lost a season injury already.
Who's that?
So it was J.K. Dobbins. So
Oh, I forgot.
I know it's not an outlier player, but you just feel a
It's
lot
not
better
like a Chubb.
if Tutu Atwell wasn't there and you put J.K. Dobbins' name in. You just feel like
Yeah.
his team takes that step up.
No, I totally agree. And
Um,
and Waller's kind of been rough too. You know, I don't
dude,
know.
tight ends are dead. It's unreal.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Wasn't last year amazing? Like there was,
I mean, you had the top tier, but I always think tight ends are brutal.
yeah.
I always think you have your
It
top
wasn't
3
even
or
close,
4.
Dalt. Was so far last. He said he thought he was going to be last. It was
Oh.
not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah.
All hope is not lost in Camp Dalt. I like it. There's still hope.
It's
That
early.
win makes it feel.
I mean, if
and
you look-
honestly, that and the AJ Brown hurt stack from last week gives me a lot of hope for that team.
I mean, no one's hope should be lost. You're 2 games back, and
Hey.
everyone else is 1
My
game
hope's not
back.
lost.
Galt,
My hope
Galt,
is
you were
close to
one
lost.
game ahead of where you were last year. That means you're gonna be in the playoffs this year. So
Yep,
I do not want to hear you doubting yourself.
He's not. He's not.
Yeah, okay. It's looking positive. So
His 2-2 thing is gonna. It could be. Yeah, I mean, that's not gonna last very much longer, probably. Waller is now on the bench. He's not. He's also not flexing him. He should have traded Waller earlier.
for what? How
At
can
the time, Waller would have gotten a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, what would you give him?
You would have gotten Hawk for Waller like week 2, week 1.
No way.
Yeah, you would if he got drafted before him, didn't he?
No.
No.
He was right
Oh,
after.
okay.
him.
No, he didn't.
He was right after him.
Okay.
It's not a while though. Daniel has less
No
than 2
way.
seconds to throw right now. Yeah, I heard
Yeah, that team's booty.
he caught all 3 of his targets that game or something. So, we did have a shakeup in the rankings. We did have a dropper. Q-Man Coleman number 8. We're gonna drop some records
He's the only. Well, never mind.
So his record's currently 1-3
this year.
Correct. What was his record last year?
1-3.
Okay. What did he finish the year with?
Well, what do you think he finished last year? Do you have any recollection of last year? He started 1-3.
like 6 wins.
Yeah, no. He had 2 wins.
2-12.
That's a
So-
rough stretch.
What did
in
you
the
guys
year.
go that one year when you both were
The
kinda-
same,
You went
but there was
2-12.
less. I think there was less games. We had
Okay.
2. We both had 2. I
'Cause
think
I remember you guys had a battle at the end of the
it
year.
was 2-10. I beat Will both times. That's the one thing that kept my injury team alive. The Gulag team. Thank goodness for Will.
Man, I have a history of being really bad.
Here's-
You have a championship.
We'll have to look at the standing or like
Yeah, I'll
the
have to update
records.
that.
But
How do I have a championship? I'm like so easy.
I asked myself that too. I don't know how you did it.
Thank God.
It's fucking
Poor
Jaden.
Coleman doesn't have. Me and Coleman are the 2 people with the record
Your
problem.
records are unreal.
But I have the big. I got a championship.
I think Mike in 2 years has more wins than you guys have in a 5-year span. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, you look at Coleman's team.
It's great. Honestly, his team's great. It's not. He's got some unlucky breaks,
Does
especially
he-
playing you.
the people that he's benching are going off a lot.
Well, but he has a deep team. Like,
Like
how-
this year, I think, or this week, I think he was that award for like worst starts or whatever. He had like the
Non-efficient or
most
whatever.
bench.
Well, now he's got a lot of buys, but he's benching Trevor Lawrence, which is understandable. He obviously is dealing with the Raheem Mostert, which might become clear what that situation plays
That's
into.
gonna be a problem having him because Jeff Wilson comes back too.
Wow, what a Jim and Nico Collins. I believe
Nico
that
Collins is weird. He's so well. Actually, he just had the
was
one
that
bad game.
one. Yeah.
Mike Evans has been great.
He benched Nico, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
last week.
That's the thing. You keep.
He
It's hard.
finally, yeah, because he finally started in week
That's
3.
the hard thing about a deep team is you don't know which player to start, and it's almost it shoots yourself in the
Well,
foot.
here's. Can I say what I think the problem is?
What is it?
No.
Go
He
ahead.
feels
No.
that he has to start Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
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 I'm actually benching him in the other week and a half. I'm
That's
very
true.
proud of myself.
Which now I understand that Mostert's probably a question mark, but last week he felt like he had to start Jameer Gibbs, and then he put Mostert in at the flex. The limitation of the running backs.
Actually, well, this week it's not even that because you got Cooper on bye, Evans on bye,
Yeah.
and you're not starting Algier. So,
But
right now you're not starting Mostert over Gibbs this week.
Right.
But on a normal week, he has everyone playing right. I would lean probably Mostert over Gibbs at this point, right?
Well, I mean, Mostert is still
No.
projected.
I know he had one bad
Lord.
week. Like I know he had a bad week. but it was
A-Chain is
Buffalo.
getting more work, and Jeff Wilson's coming back. And
Honestly,
he's so
I would bet Mostert outscores Gibbs this week.
I would bet he does not.
They play the Giants.
Yeah.
Gibbs plays Carolina.
Are they that bad against the?
I mean, I can't.
Are the Giants that bad against the run?
I mean,
I
the
mean,
Giants are
Giants
just
is
bad.
booty.
Yeah, the Giants are the Cardinals. Logan and someone said it. They are the team. That no one
I just think I
expected.
would start Mostert over Gibbs, but
Here we
I
go
told him
again.
I told him this last week, and he started Mostert, and it didn't work out for him.
just drop Mostert.
If
Let
Jeff
someone
Wilson
spin
suits
the
up,
fat.
no.
Mostert isn't my guy, but
If Wilson doesn't suit
If
up, I
Wilson-
agree.
But then what? Okay, if Wilson suits up, what's that do to you? Like, what are you feeling it plays out?
I'm not worried about it. A-Chan is going to be their
Because
main
you-
guy. He's the hot hand. He's the young guy. He's
Do you
going to be the guy that always is there.
Do you expect him to feed him the ball, or do you just expect him to get those big plays?
I expect A-Chan's role not to change at all, and I expect if Wilson comes back, he and Mostert do a little share thing, kind of like with Clyde and McKinnon, where because they're both because Mostert's really old, he's gonna have that guy spelling him.
Yeah.
And Achane gets his specific work role.
And they're trying to play
The only
for the
nice thing about
playoffs.
Achane compared to Gibbs is Achane's work role happens to be the red zone.
What does Gibbs' role actually exist?
I mean, Gibbs is due for like a.
He has
And he
to.
will
But
have
then
one.
what? Then you're like locked in. That's the guy.
Gibbs will have a boom week, and he will also do nothing. Oh, actually, the thing about Gibbs too is you want him to be so good, and you feel like he's so bad, but he's never gotten less than 7 points.
Do you
which
guys-
is like he's not had a week that's like killing you.
Do you remember Jordan
But I'd rather start Moster with his stats.
for the boom?
Yeah, but
wouldn't you rather have like a 4-point?
I agree. But what I'm saying is like at least he's not giving you an absolute dud. He's like, in fact, compared to his projection, he's getting close to it almost every time. Like I know single digits.
That's great.
Single digits feels terrible. And he is bad where he's supposed to be, but he's at least close to like he got projected 12 the first week, but then since then 10, 11, 11. He's within a point, less than a point, 2 points, 2 points.
I just think
3
gun in
points.
my head, I'm starting Moster over Gibbs. That's where I'm at on it.
It's hard. It's definitely hard.
I think if you have Gibbs, it's a different feeling.
Here's the
you're looking at
thing
the
about
old guy
that,
versus
But
the young
that's what
guy.
I'm saying. That's what it is.
Dan says I'd hop off Moster. You got to think he's going to get hurt yet again, and he's going to lose carries.
I feel like we're pretty
SureFire,
bank on
Jordan.
injuries. He has good potential.
Jordan, Moster 100%.
We're very split on this.
Yeah. I'm Camp Moster at the moment.
I am. It's a tough one. It
He's
really
the
is.
RB2.
I agree. Yes, but it's getting worse and worse with Achane.
know.
And
So why don't you write
and
that
he's old.
right now? I mean,
31 years old. You were talking about a couple weeks ago how Hopkins is really old now. He's 30. This is a running back who's 31.
That's not a fair comparison.
But he doesn't
because
have the-
Hopkins hasn't had like a fucking 20-point game this year.
No. But I was saying like you were talking about somebody being old that's a wide receiver.
yeah,
is
but
what I'm
Mostert
saying.
doesn't have the miles on him like other
Like,
players.
people talk about-
He has a unique
He's
situation.
played a lot.
He has a unique.
He is a
situation.
running back, a small.
So I
one
might have said that a
that's
couple
31.
weeks ago, but I mean, I think it's different. But
I'm not saying anything about that, but what I'm saying is being a 31-year-old running back, it doesn't happen. Like everyone talks about how Henry's old, and he's a lot younger than Mostert.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is a small running back. I mean, if he gets a workload, he gets hurt. If he doesn't get a workload, he doesn't get you fantasy.
Anyways, I think that goes back to the root of Coleman's issue, though, is he's having this debate in his mind
Yeah,
the whole week.
Start 100% start in his thing.
I will say.
Is SureFire Fantasy not
It's
Jordan?
Jordan.
He's talking way not like I would expect Jordan. He's being way too just normal.
I don't know. If
He's dialed in.
I always get confused when the SureFire Fantasy thing.
Yeah.
Why is his name my YouTube channel?
I'm gonna leave the comment on Mostert is projected to outscore Gibbs. So we have coming in at number 7, Robin, who is 1-3 currently.
Yeah, we got a lot
Correct.
of 1 and 3 teams.
Nope, he is 2-2. He is at okay.
Robin's 2 and 2. Yeah.
He's 2-2.
Two,
so,
2 and 2 teams.
Yep, he is 2-2. He was 3-1 last year, and he was in the battle with Will and Dalt, finishing 6 and 8 and not making the playoffs.
So what did he do from then on out? He
So
was
he was
3 and 1 last year.
He won 3 more games and lost 7.
So he's 3 and 7 after this last
Yeah.
year. I like this record thing.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
fun.
it is interesting to see where it goes.
Huh. Okay.
Everyone's gonna realize.
So
they
this
don't
year
need
he's
to
2
trade.
and 2.
Everyone's gonna realize they don't need to trade.
Well, or you do need to trade and flip some things around.
all
That's where
right.
it's always tough with trading. It's like
Uh-huh.
it's either gonna hit you good or it's gonna be the.
Well, he barely won against Coleman, but he had Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I don't know. Potentially better than the hurt. Were they equal to the
Diggs and I'd say they're
It was equal,
I think
wasn't it?
they both ended up with like 60 apiece for the
Apiece,
stack.
gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Unreal, yeah.
Yeah, so like 60% of Robin's points came from them too. Which
Yeah.
I mean that happens,
It
with
does.
the quarterback and wide receiver.
Those were the 2 teams that made sure they went and got their stack
That's
early
why
in
you
the
do
draft.
this
You probably
stack,
had a better
'cause
stack with
a lot
Diggs
of times
and
that
Allen.
wins you a week.
He had almost 70 with Diggs and Allen. I don't know what the other stack
Jesus.
I
was.
still think because I think
He had
AJ Brown
70?
had 36. I think if anything,
I think it's close.
Hurts
honestly.
had a worse game than Allen.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Hurts only had 24
Yeah.
and Brown had 34. So yeah, it was
like-
it was like 8 or 9 points more.
Jeez.
Gosh,
That's some
Robin,
points,
the victory
bud.
goes.
That's a fun stack though.
We have
They both are.
a lot that we can talk about Robin's team. Robin had a big trade last week that was kind of talked about, and he kind of had some unlucky things come out of it. He had Romeo Dobbs go off on the bench he had Javonte Williams get hurt, and Michael Pittman is not a part of the explosive Colts Anthony Richardson offense
I think
potentially.
that might have been a weird.
Oh, okay. Weird game.
Did you guys see the T-shirts that he and
The Step Brothers.
Yeah, so they at least have a rapport, which is interesting. And Richardson completed 11 passes last game, which he's not going to be a pass completion guy, but he completed 11 passes. So that can't be that. You can't get that little amount of completed passes.
JT,
He had one. Oh, he only had one completion.
JT's back. It's all run now. They're never going to throw that
Is
ball.
JT back?
He practiced in full today through a walkthrough.
The JT thing is the weirdest fucking thing.
It's
He's
crazy.
back. The team's like, oh yeah, he's here. And
I bet
like,
he's.
I'm not here.
I bet he's gonna have the third Step Brother.
Robin had
shirt.
this last year though. Going back to that, is he traded I think for Javonte Williams and he hurt himself last year. And
But he
They
actually
did it
lost. He did. He got from Coleman. He lost him instantly. But yeah, it was Javonte. But that was his season ending.
He's a Javonte guy.
Oh,
Which is weird because
guy.
he's gonna hate hearing this. Maybe he already knows it. I don't know. But
I don't think Javonte will be out a while, like a long time.
I think ETN only gets better. Brees Hall only gets better.
Yeah.
Pittman only gets better.
he
I
had.
mean,
Well, better than
ETN
last week.
I gotta believe ETN does get better, but I mean, what's better? Like a couple more points? Like I think he's been pretty
No,
solid.
ETN can be a lot better.
I don't. The Jags' offense has been not.
I mean,
what
I'm
you
all
expect, so-
obviously I'm in on ETN. I have a
Yeah.
bet with him. But
I'm just surprised by ETN's snap share.
Yeah.
For like his size and everything.
Tank.
I didn't expect him to be
Can't
that.
can't bench a tank, man. Can't
Um,
help it. He has.
there's Ford on the bench.
He has
a
Ford on the bye.
too.
Deontay Johnson injured. Jalen Warren knocking on the door of at least a.
that'll be
50-50
huge for him
committee.
if that turns into something.
Jalen Warren won't turn into unless Najee gets hurt. The best you're hoping for is 50-50 share.
What's
which-
there, but yeah, snap percentage. But
I mean,
I'd be so surprised if Warren becomes a thing without Harris getting hurt.
I don't know how to feel about Robin's team, honestly.
I'm not a
obviously,
massive fan of it, but I admit that it objectively has like really good players.
It's all on Brees Hall, I think. If Brees Hall ends up turning into something,
It'll
it'll
Brees
turn it
Hall
around
and ETN.
instantly.
I heard
Both
he.
could be what
I gotta believe
ones.
ETN will be like a late, like a
Like
low
a-
end RB1,
I
high end
know.
RB2.
So you were betting on that. So
That's
yeah.
my bet.
yeah.
So
I-
I have a bet against Aaron Jones, which looks
That's
pretty
it.
good
Yeah.
so far.
I heard Brees Hall has a green light, so that's big. And then he has a Jim and Jake Ferguson, and he has.
Downs could be good. Dan, what do you say?
You have Downs, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he was talking about
Yeah.
the Pittman, how many targets he gets.
Gets,
that could threaten him, but I feel like Pierce. What I thought Pierce was going to be a thing.
I did too. They had such a good rapport early on. So, but he has old Kittle on the bench. We were talking about
yeah.
Goddard. I mean, he does have the one touchdown game, but George Kittle, you expect to be that number 4 guy,
This is what you expect from George Kittle. What he's doing.
and then he's going to score 40,
It's
right?
not usually that bad.
No, he usually at least gets
He
5.
at least usually does something.
It is. Look, 4, 3, 5, 12, 18, 11, 2, 22, 4, 3, 4.
What's the playoffs?
Yeah.
Just give me PTSD.
Yeah, you want
there.
to 23, 27, 10, 16.
Great.
But what I'm saying is Kittle
Multiple years that bad.
gives you nothing and something.
Should we go back and look at Hawk? We didn't talk about Hawk. We'll get to Hawk on my team. We'll go back and see his
We'll go take a look
record.
at it,
Yeah.
yeah.
That man destroyed you.
I think there's a lot of potential for Robin's team. It's just he's got to ride it out here while being 1-3. That's a tough spot.
I think Robbins got out of the teams we've looked at so far, and a lot of teams we're going to do later, is he's got like the highest ceiling and the lowest floor. Like his gap between his floor and ceiling are just
He's
so
got boom
big.
bust players.
I'm gonna say the big win for Robin though is Jerome Ford looks like he's worth the money. I mean, he got 7 points last week with a backup quarterback that was terrible.
I disagree.
Got 18 the first one.
Even his first game as the all-starter got 56% of snaps. I don't know. We'll see. I think he's touchdown dependent.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. CMC so dependent. He does it 4 times.
Yeah, he's touchdown dependent.
Yeah. All right. Number 6. Moving up 1. This year's record is 1-3. Last year's record was 4-0.
Ooh, who's this? Actually, I don't even know.
You don't know.
I actually don't. I can't remember who it is.
Oh no, there
I
was
know we
someone.
did the rankings.
There was someone who went undefeated for a very long time. I believe he went 11-0 to then finish 11-3.
He's 6?
He's 6, yeah.
His rankings all year have been like this. His rankings are all over the place.
You disagree, huh?
I do actually.
It needs to be
Interesting.
higher or lower.
I think a little bit higher.
He's 1-3 though.
Oh, I see the team. Nah, probably that's probably.
Yeah, he's already ahead. He's already ahead of a 2-2 team.
It's hard.
Yeah, I look at the teams ahead.
However, he's dealing with injuries. His team appears to be getting healthy.
Oh, this is Logan, by the way.
Logan. Yeah, this is Logan.
Yeah.
Here's Logan.
Figure it out.
Here's Logan's team. Incredible all the way across the board, especially his tight end, the Laporta thing.
Yeah.
That looks good. And then
Dude, he is
Dobbs.
He's the waiver wire
quarterback.
god at this point, by the way.
He's done. He's not going to be in
He is done, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's how you get the real value.
Yeah,
He's
you gotta go
getting
early
the
on.
snipes for 0.
His team and Montgomery is such a good piece to that team that we did not see coming.
Where
Where
is
the
he?
fuck did he get Montgomery?
So he's RB9.
Round 7.
RB9
Missed a game.
Missed a game.
Got injured in another game.
Did he?
Yeah, he got
Wow.
injured during that other
So
one.
2.5 games,
Yeah.
RB9.
And
He has Saquon coming back.
Oh, I love you, Saquon.
Justin Jefferson is looking all bit worth their first pick, other than
32
DMC. So
No, he looks amazing. Like 2020, 24, 23. You can't ask for.
Let's
more
also
than
not
that.
forget
Yeah.
he has Justin Jefferson. How is this guy?
Well, how good is Justin Jefferson doing? What's his last few games?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did I miss something?
And that's what we've been sitting here talking about this whole time. Hey, that's pretty
I get
good.
lost in the song. But what I'm saying is like
Let's not forget he has.
I'm trying to think. Wobble might be the only player on his team that's not as good as my best player.
You pick Waddle as it?
That's not as good as my best player. Like tight end, I'm talking about tight ends only. So like, I don't have a wide receiver as good as Puka. I don't have a running back as good as Jacobs or Montgomery or Barkley. Maybe Montgomery, but I don't think so.
Not
I don't have
Montgomery.
a wide
It
receiver
would
anywhere
be-
near as good as Jefferson. Obviously, my quarterback. That's about it. But
it would be
other
it would
than
be
that,
Jacobs at this point.
his team,
right?
and he's got Hopkins on the bench. London, I mean, that's an okay.
You
That's an
love you
okay
some
bench. player.
Hopkins.
I love Logan's team.
You were big on Hopkins.
Yes,
Take a
Hopkins-
gander at what he's been doing.
It's not been good, but it's not been terrible. I mean, it's been bad. 10, 6, 6, 8. But they're games you're
yeah,
not.
that's all right. Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not like gonna kill you.
remember who DeAndre Hopkins is. Like, it seems like everyone's just forgetting about this guy. He's
I mean,
the same age as
I don't
Devontae
forget.
Adams.
I don't forget he's elite. It's who's throwing him the ball.
Okay, do not compare him to
But they-
Devontae Adams.
He's the same age as Devontae Adams.
Yeah, but they are so far apart right now.
At this very second, yes.
And it
but
might be QB, but he's got Garoppolo thrown to him, and Devontae Adams is still elite. I do not view Hopkins as elite. There's a reason.
talent-wise, Hopkins is just as elite as Devontae Adams.
I'm not
Anyways.
saying that.
I agree with you though. Well, yeah.
He's a
it's-
bench player for me. That's what I was pointing
yeah,
out. He's
yeah,
got Hopkins on the bench.
Yes.
I'd be very happy having Hopkins on my bench.
Yeah, I would be too. That's a good plug piece, right?
I don't know what Will has to offer you, Logan, but he wants Hopkins. So.
I mean, so did we say what Logan finished? Was it 12-2 last year?
11-3, so he went undefeated, and then he lost out. I assume. I think
He went undefeated and then lost out and then lost first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
Oh man, that sucks.
I'm pretty sure he went 11-0. That's what we've all spoke about.
He was at least 10-0, I think.
Can we just make that clear? I know I mentioned in the chat just how big of a feat that was. Like, obviously you have an opportunity to go out and do it.
11-0 is crazy.
But 11-0 is crazy because you go through your buys. I mean, you don't face anyone with some crazy boom week with like a 45 from CMC or a stack like Diggs and that. Like, it's just unreal to go 11-0,
Yeah, it's hard to
especially in
do.
a competitive league like this.
Yeah.
Because even in like work leagues I've
you
done,
could do it in one of them leagues, but
I would still lose a game
Yeah,
though. Like,
there's something stupid that happens.
Yeah.
So 11-0 will be hard to replicate.
I think
so.
that record is there.
If I remember correctly, though, Logan's team for the first like 6 weeks was like, it was like he's not beatable. His team is God. He made some trades. He had some injuries, but through the first 6 weeks, his team was like, I don't think I've ever seen a team as good as his team was in the first 6 weeks. It stayed really good, but
I wish
can't
we
believe how
could
good
go back
it
and
was
look at
early.
it.
It's just
We'll have
so
go back
hard
and look
to
at it at
delve
some
into
point.
each piece, but he did some hopping around because his team was amazing.
Oh yeah, you
got
got it right
worse, got taken down, and then got
couple
better.
comments in the chat. Puka gonna fall off a bit when Cup comes back, right? I would assume so a little bit.
How does he?
I
not?
know,
Yeah, I would
a
assume.
tiny
Yeah.
bit.
I think he'll turn into Robert Woods from
Yeah,
a couple years ago.
that team is gonna sling the ball.
Because let's be honest, Stafford has eyes for one wide receiver usually. And it's gonna be Cup if he's fully healthy.
Yeah.
Like Like, look at who's the wide receiver
Who
two on
is
that team right
Logan's team last year?
now.
Is it Mark Hopkins and Stevenson?
Yeah.
Okay, so 122.
Just look at like week 3 or something, or like week 5 or something.
137 beating me.
All right, week 5.
They go to week 5.
Just click on his team.
169.
No, click on his team. We want to see the players. We know he was dominant. We want to see what he had and what he turned into. So week 5 does not look as good.
Maybe week.
Remember, in week 5, Damian Pierce was still like that's when we were thinking he's goated. He lost him. Didn't he also lose Brees Hall at one point?
No, that was Robin.
He traded.
He traded Brees Hall.
So he saved himself a couple times from things like that.
He had Tyreek and Justin Jefferson.
So
And Josh Allen.
go to week 10. Interesting. What's going on here?
Yeah, see, this team is not the
Well,
same. Wow,
there's a lot of
different.
buys, though. He has Mark Andrews, Joe Mixon.
I want to go to like around here. So, because at some point, I think it was like through 6 weeks where his team was still looking like unbeatable, and then
Go to
something
week
changed.
8. It's still pretty good. Wow, week 8.
AJ Brown, Jefferson, Chubb, Cooper. Pretty good. I think his first few weeks though were just insane. But anyways, his team changed so much. Every time I click on it a week, it's totally different. Like here's got
Logan said
McCaffrey.
that kid's is why you don't trade.
Oh my
Here's got
goodness.
McCaffrey, Jacobs, Hill, Evans.
Hey, go to week 12 and scroll to the very bottom player.
Oh boy, thank you. I appreciate you, Logan.
McKinnon, wow.
Oh
He
wow.
hooked me up, and then I beat him in the playoff.
Oh no!
McKinnon.
Don't drag it through. I just like
No,
had
I
a-
beat him.
You beat him in the playoffs? No, I think I did.
No, I did.
You did?
I promise. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who did I beat?
I can't remember who you beat first. That'd be Kevin. No, you beat Kevin.
I beat Kevin.
Sorry for the
Logan.
bog down people here, but we haven't looked at last year. I'm curious. I beat you, Zach.
Well, not in the first round.
Yeah, round 1.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
So that's a look back at last year, though. It's just kind of interesting to look.
round 2. Mike
No.
beat.
That's me.
Oh, I beat Chacha. Who's Chacha? I beat Jordan.
Yeah. Wow, look how close your 2 wins were.
How close was the other
I
one?
wish someone would have squeaked it out. God.
Wow.
You won by 3 points in both of them.
And then I won by Big 10. But I was getting good points those weeks.
No, it's just unreal. Like your story is just insane.
I needed it.
Yeah.
All right, back to this year.
Screw last
Oh,
year.
and 4. You suck.
All right, so we're at
Waiver gods,
just
these
did-
talent, trade. What's the opposite of a god? Trade popper.
What?
He said he's a waiver god. I say
Trade
talent.
Trade
trade peasant.
Trade
yeah.
peasant. Last year.
last year. Number 5. What's his record this year? His record this year is 3-1. He got lucky.
He got lucky.
He got lucky. He was 2-2 last year and finished 6-8.
Making the playoffs or not making?
That was not a make. Was in that battle with Robin and Will and Dalton.
I've already told them all what it is, by the way, if it's on the team.
It's Brad. It's Brad.
Bradford.
Um,
Bipocalypse coming up for
yeah.
I think we're all expecting him to probably lose this week, which hurts.
What's his team name?
Taking the L.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those weeks where like
This is the kind of week
These are the
someone
kind of weeks.
loses. Yeah.
Like
I gotta say, I love his Stroud pickup. Madison's looking better. Dylan, oh
Dude,
my
he
God.
literally has everyone.
starting.
And he has Higgins. Like, look at his bench. Herbert, Eckler, Ken Walker, Tyler Lockett, T. Higgins.
Good play.
like okay, he's playing
Plays
me
you.
and I'm one of the teams that has wins. I'm gonna say I'm a good team. I'm a team that has wins.
It's a good thing for him then.
Dude,
He
all right.
literally is taking a loss against someone who has
probably-
the same amount of wins as him.
This would have been a tough matchup regardless.
Yeah, it was gonna be a tough
Now you
matchup.
get this all your buys out.
Mhm.
All of them. The only person he has is Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's
left.
pretty solid, yeah.
I actually kind of like that.
He'll have T. Higgins later on. T. Higgins is just hurt.
Yeah, I forgot about T. Higgins, yeah.
I
didn't
mean,
really
he's going to have Herbert, Eckler, Ken Walker, Tyler Lockett. He's gonna
Those are all his
have-
best players.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
those are the players other than Adams.
I
Those are
didn't
the
realize
players
his
you
team really
don't
relied on 2 teams.
want to. He likes that.
But that's the thing.
Theme
you,
team.
You hone in on those good teams, though.
Yeah,
That's
you got to find
a really
them.
good idea. He did that last year with the Bengals.
He saw something. He tried to stay away. He couldn't completely stay away. He had to go a bit Higgins, but
So what do you guys think of his team?
it's just it's a
His
little
full
hard.
power team.
Can we go
He's
back?
waiting on Eckler. The fact that
Yeah.
he squeezed out wins without Eckler
Is
is
big.
big for him.
T. Higgins isn't performing either.
T. Higgins is hurting. Tyler Boyd might have not been a bad pickup for
No.
him, honestly.
I mean, I think it just comes down to his Kenneth Walker trade,
Yeah,
which
you got the one not by player is injured.
is injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker's been a
Yeah.
hit for him.
I don't think anyone expected. I mean, Kenneth
No.
Walker has been traded probably.
I thought he
the
lost
most.
the trade initially with Walker.
I think he didn't even necessarily want to do it. I think what we
It's
all kind of
worked out.
commented, he didn't know. But wow, Kenneth Walker looks like a league winner at this point. He's just touchdown after touchdown.
It's fine. Davante Adams is like the coolest, best wide receiver on the planet.
He is pretty cool.
It's like every time,
I'd
no
rather
matter
have
what team he
Hopkins.
plays for or who his quarterback is, Hopkins is my favorite player. He is. That's
How
why,
can it
like,
not be Adams? That dude won you a championship.
no. But like in terms of just like football, not fantasy,
Yeah.
I just enjoy watching Hopkins.
I get
But
it.
Adams, when he plays and you watch, he's so fun to own in fantasy because it's like they throw the ball and it's
It's
like
like,
you
none
know
of
this
that.
ball is going to
None of that.
Adams over and over.
I just
and
liked
over.
it a lot more when it was Aaron Rodgers.
It was
doing it.
crazy watching.
Look at his
it last
targets.
week.
9, 8, 20, 13.
Yeah, I know.
20.
He had 20.
Yeah, he had 13. That's when I played him last week. I was like 35 fucking points from Devontae Adams.
I played him last week against Brad, and he went out with what looked like a separated shoulder. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
let's go. And he didn't have. He had zero.
Did you-
targets.
did
By
you-
the way, he had like one or two targets at half.
Did you see that he told someone he went in and it was like underdog or one of the, he said he needed to nut up and go in and someone made the post, like the injury post, that he came back due to nutting up. Like they posted it that he nutted up to get back out there. So I got nut up. I'm shocked he's not hurt. Like he has no question mark. I really thought he got fucked up.
He's a dog. I mean,
I want him.
go get him.
I want to hang out with him.
There's one on my team.
I mean, Madison's always gonna be a question mark for Brad, right? That's kind of the big takeaway for me. Madison's gonna be a question
It's
mark.
weird. As soon as Akers got there, he's looked a lot better.
He realized he needed to perform, I guess. So we'll see, though. They definitely seem like they're going to be giving
He's
Akers.
probably one of the players who'll do good if they win.
Yeah.
I think Madison's going to be what Madison would have been last year while Cook was out. Not a superstar, but good.
I thought he was good when Cook was out. I thought he averaged like 17 points a game.
I'm trying to envision his team.
Last year, wow, he was terrible last year. I think Cook was out some games last year, but if he wasn't, oh well.
Yeah.
I think that Madison is just good.
Yeah.
He's just not a
Solid,
team
yeah.
starting running back. You know. Like-
He's what you expect when you
He's
at
an
that
RB2.
at that round draft pick. Yeah. You're hoping for those double-digit points. So
This week, I love his Stroud pickup. Like I said, this week. Oh, and also Henry is like kind of a sneaky. He's a sneaky. You can start every week tight end.
yeah,
that he
no
gets.
doubt. He's way better than a lot of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tight end 5 currently.
This week he's in trouble, but after this he gets to play teams that have a player or two on bye a lot, and he won't have the issue.
likely
very
won't
much.
have that.
You know?
Which will be nice.
I still have to commend him for the team that he was able to build here. Like, obviously, it's rough, but I can't believe he was able to get some of the players on his starting lineup that he did.
Yeah.
So
It's rough though.
We'll see what happens, though.
Dylan and Tony and Flowers and Boyd.
some of those are starters.
It's tough.
Boyd hurts him. That should be Higgins. That could still be Higgins.
Yeah.
It could still be Higgins. so.
You want Higgins hurt though, because otherwise then you have
I'd
to
rather
choose.
start Boyd.
In general.
You want Higgins to be hurt so that you can start
Yeah, you
Boyd
want
knowing
Higgins
he's the
out,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, too. All right, so that was to number 5.
Did we do
had-
his final record? Did we
Last
do it?
year?
6-8.
Yeah, we
sorry.
did.
Yep,
Sorry.
missed it. So, coming in at number 4, current team this year is 2-2. Last year they were 3-1 with a finishing record of 9-5. We have Father Jordan.
Father Jordan. Father.
I'm sorry, Logan, you started all this, but
I think it's funny how much Jordan. I wanted to take it too, but I was like, if I do it, I'm just joining in too hard on the bandwagon. I want to be part of the
Well, he's like,
community.
like prayers and, you know.
The verse of the day.
Yeah,
That verse of the day. That verse of the day gets me through
Gospel.
every day.
Everyday gospel, so.
The Kamara pickup looks good.
oh my gosh, dude.
Although I will say,
14
getting 14 targets and 14 points is really impressively bad.
Yeah, but dude, that's a free 7 points.
But you think he's gonna get 14 targets every week?
I don't know.
Probably not. I mean, Derek Carr was
9.
hurt.
Here's the two outcomes I see. I see one, the team's like, oh my god, we gave him the ball in space 14 times and he did nothing with it. Or the team's like, wow, okay, we can feed this guy over and over and over again. We keep doing it. So I think he can either be. I think the floor and ceiling for him are so
I
massive.
feel like that's just where he's been these last few years. Like,
This team's interesting. I just
destroyed the record for least amount of yards with 13 receptions. By the way,
it's not a normal Jordan team to me.
Well, I mean, he kind of said this year that was changing. You got Lamar Jackson.
Really? Because I feel like other than Lamar Jackson, I think it looks like a Jordan. I feel like he's had Kamara, he's had St. Brown, he's had.
I'm
Henry.
used to him having the running back.
Yeah, he would have a.
Like you got Henry and Kamara. Don't get me wrong; those are good.
He'd be a little bit closer to a Mike team. You would expect where it's all wide receivers more or less. He shot the dart on Miles Sanders. Like he's the one that was willing to take that, which it's kind of working out.
Ridley's the one that's scary to me.
I like Ridley a lot.
I like him as a person, but he's scary. It seems like he's losing the number one role there. He only got 10 points last week because he got a touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
2 targets is scary.
But one of his other bad games, he had like 2 touchdowns. But
I believe in
his 2 good games. He's gotten touchdowns.
I think Kirk's kind of.
It's just funny. I always have like my guys that I like. I like Ridley.
Even though he just dead up quit on
as
him.
a football player, I love him.
I think he's solid.
He also has Pickens on the bench, which I love, and he's got Keenan on a bye, which I love. We all love
Keenan's
Keenan.
elite.
Yeah, he's elite.
Amon-Ra's good.
His team's really good. He's got a really good
his team is just solid everywhere. That's
wow.
He's got Derrick Henry, who is elite.
He is. You won a few bets off that, or have a few going on. You were very much a believer. The dude was out there throwing passes. I will say, well, we're going to get into matchups, but he actually has 2 people that are fairly questionable, and St. Brown and Sanders are like the 2 people.
Boy, I hope St. Brown is hurt.
That would be interesting.
Actually, no. Well, he's probably only hurt for a week, and I can't start Williams this week, so never mind.
Start Williams, fuck it.
Fuck it. What is there talking about?
Tight end sucks.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Did they have an Ingram?
I feel like it. I would love to have his tight end.
Yeah, I mean he had he had a terrible first half of every game, but he just comes out strong. So
wow, he's really consistent with those 8 targets.
Yeah.
I would rather have him than like Goddard, Freiermuth.
I'd rather have Goddard than Ingram.
You
tell me if you had Ingram, you would trade him to get, or if you had Goddard, you would trade him to get Ingram?
At the moment, I would, yeah. Like
really,
you're seeing the 8.
Yeah. So at this moment, if you had Goddard, you would trade him to get.
Because Goddard's been really bad, man.
It's as bad as it's been. It's not that much worse than this.
I look at the Jaguars and I guess it's similar. Like the Eagles have a bunch of talent too, but they run the ball a lot more to me than
they're starting to run
the
more.
Jaguars do.
I don't think you would do it. I think you think that right now, but I think if you
I think
Goddard,
I would, but
I definitely would.
I feel like it's a bold take. I agree that they're in that range, but I can't see you doing it.
It's bold.
That's not that bold.
Not in the stat wise. I think just you as a person, I can't see you doing it.
The way I don't know if you've changed this year or if it's just like on the podcast you forget, but you're always the name guy. And this year on the podcast you've gone the opposite.
Honestly, Goddard has been awful. Like he doesn't get any targets. It seems like
he's got targets actually.
He doesn't receive them.
They're bad.
They not like Dalton said. They not bad.
My thing is I just see Devontae Smith and AJ Brown
just feasting
out there, right? Yeah.
But this team could be very similar situation, and you have Zay Jones who could be coming back.
Look at last year too for Ingram. Like
he finished well, so inconsistent, but he's a tight end, so it's the same conversation. At this point in time, he got the value that you want.
They're probably very similar, honestly. They'll end up being similar. Let's be honest. So,
all right, so that goes up to our top 4. Now we go to our top 3. Last
you don't say
week we had 3 undefeated teams. We now only have 1. Coming in at 3rd this year, they are 3-1. Last year they were 2-2 with a finishing record of 9-5.
Who's that?
Is it you or Kevin?
That is myself.
Nice.
Last year you were what last year?
2-2.
And you finished with
9-5.
Sheesh. So how you feel? You feel good about your team? You feel good about Cooper Kupp coming back?
I think I'm very happy. I think whoever faces me week 6 is going to face a new team.
You gotta get the players out there first.
That's all I'm hearing is reports that they're supposed to be. So we'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
Like you're my guy. I really want to root for your team,
but say it.
This whole year, I don't know how you're doing, but
I don't know either how he's
your team looks bad. It's like the people that were supposed to be your safe guys are the least safe guys, and the people that
that's perfect.
are working out for you.
I think if you had if you're honest too, like I think you thought you'd be probably 2-2 or 1-3.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, we talked about it. I mean, you know, I knew what I was picking in Swift and different things, and things kind of came about. But I also didn't expect that when I traded Tyreek Hill for Jamar Chase, that Jamar Chase would be quite doing what he's doing.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't say if I would
You
have
trade
still.
Tyreek Hill for Jamar Chase.
Yeah, but I got JT as a kicker, so
Okay.
I mean, so it delves deeper. But I still thought I was buying Jamar Chase at a low point, and I still might be, but obviously that switched. So, but I went a little different. I think obviously he's not doing the best, but it's really nice having Patrick Mahomes because that's usually where I struggle. And
You had him last year.
and I got rid of him. So, but yeah,
Here's the thing right now is this Moss Taylor situation could become a nightmare.
oh, big time. So
I gotta believe JT would be the bell cow, but to me,
See, I'm worried
to me,
that-
I would run JT into the fucking ground.
that's what I feel like they got
I
to
would
do.
absolutely.
I'm worried that he won't really. I'm worried that it becomes like I would run JT to the ground, but if he's not performing, then it's like what happens. I'm worried it becomes a committee because Moss has looked really good.
I just feel like though at the same time a lot of this has been his agent, and I feel like if they give him the opportunity to come back, he has to make right on his name,
Yeah, it's tarnished right now.
right? Like, and
It's just such an interesting
I
position.
hope so
you're
as a Colts
in.
fan.
yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's what's hard because we have a lot of us in here that we're talking as Colts fan, and then fantasy owners and how we want to see him perform, but. Yeah, it's a very interesting situation.
To
so.
me, the season rides on Cup. I mean, even
And
if
it rides on your Cup and JT. I feel like.
I don't think it's much JT. It's one of them. Let's say this: one of them has to hit. I think if both of them hit, great, obviously. But I think if one of them hits, you're okay.
It rides on it, in my opinion, just because right now he's getting by with the two running backs, but one is Zach Moss. So my worry
Okay.
is what happens if that is a split. Then you have two. You went from having possibly two great guys if Taylor gets traded or he doesn't come back. You have at least one great guy.
Yeah.
So now that could.
So you're
become scary.
saying he needs JT to hit more than Cup? Is your opinion?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
He's just saying that JT has the bigger value
I could see
because
that
you
argument.
have Zach Moss competing as
I
well.
put
and
him
being
about
another
the same
player.
because
Yeah, like
Cup with Cup you're more scared of him getting hurt again.
yeah.
I feel that Cup is the bigger outlier because Zach Moss wasn't a high expectation, so I view Zach Moss as necessarily my lowest player. So if either JT or Zach Moss is performing at that I can get by. But I agree with what you're saying, Will. Like it's a bigger headache if that
Just
happens.
the thing is, if that becomes even slightly a committee, you got vulture touchdowns with Richardson.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
your
you already
vulture
have something
touchdowns with your
changed.
cornerback,
Yeah.
and then a committee in running back.
You're just
would
hoping
be
for 8 points.
kill.
You're hoping for 10 points. At that
Yes,
point.
but not with
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
You're hoping for more. That's at least you're hoping for it.
It's gonna be really interesting.
It'd be fun.
You do have an interesting team.
I mean, I think come the end of October, he's hopefully a Baltimore Raven or
I don't. He's not
LA
gonna trade.
Ram.
He's not going to trade. NFL trades just don't happen. It's just not going to happen.
I just can't believe Swift worked out. That's my
Swift,
biggest
shit.
surprise.
That's
probably the biggest
been your
surprise of the season.
That's been your saving grace.
for me. Is
No one
Swift
believed in him. I couldn't believe it.
They said like
I tried to believe in him before, and then so much talk came out.
It's tough. It was tough to believe in it. And here's the thing: I think you could got him like 3 rounds later too. That's the craziest part.
No, not that far.
I'm telling you, people were gonna draft him. I don't think they were.
Not that much farther. All right, let's move on to team number 2 here.
Maybe a round or 2. I was being crazy there.
Okay, I was like, don't
But I do
that.
think you could got him a round
Yeah.
or 2 later.
Team number 1 is staying at the top.
Let's hope. Let's
He's-
hope it continues.
so
Oh, we need to say this stat. There's 7 teams in the league that are split between 7 points for 0.4. And it goes from 463 to 456.
Yeah. So
Oh,
And there's 7 teams
For
that are
points
in
scored,
that
it's
threshold
between 7
for
points.
points for on the year, which
that
is very
actually
interesting.
That is crazy to me.
how even everyone
Yeah.
is.
Like 2/3 of the league.
Yeah, 2/3 of the league is within 7
Are
points
within
of each
7
other
points.
for points for.
That is crazy.
That's really scary for the playoff battle.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
that'll be really. 'Cause
Everything will change by
that
the
is
yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it stays anywhere in that point. So coming in at number 2, current record is 3-1. Last year was 3-1, finishing with
I
a
feel like he's
7.
3-1 almost every year. In my mind, that's what he's always
He
had.
He's
is.
a
I think
solid-
he
he's a
is.
solid
But he
boy.
finished with a record of 7-7.
He collapsed.
We have Kevin, Mr. Partying on a boat right now,
Yeah, he's boozed up right now.
looking like Mike's picture.
Passed out.
The good old days.
Man, oh man, Kevin. So we can talk a lot of shit about his team right now.
No, he's not here.
can't
We
we?
won it when he's here.
You're right.
Yeah, the rebuttal's the best part.
With Will's interesting fact of James Cook, it looks like that is going to work out for him.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy, right? RB13.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, you got to believe he comes back, even though he had a bad game last week. Yeah, I think you just throw that one out, right?
Yeah, it was only 5 attempts.
Yeah.
Is that really all you got?
He was limited.
Count.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. CD, Tyreek Hill, Mark Andrews.
He is all over the place. He's
Kyron
been like,
Williams and then
Kyron.
boom
Debo.
bust, boom bust.
Yeah, his
all
best
over.
running back's by Kyron.
And then it's Debo.
Kyron's massive for him right now. I mean, he's
What a
been
pickup.
So good for
God, that was a good waiver pickup.
him. He lost last week with Kyron and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he
And
lost.
Tyreek?
He
Who did he
played.
lose to?
He played Logan.
Yeah,
He was the best
low
game.
gain.
How much did he score?
I think.
150 to 100.
He only scored 100 points last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill didn't have a big week. Aaron Jones had like a point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of what we've been saying for about his team for a while, though. He's just all around good, honestly.
Oh, he started Addison, who got 0.0.
Yeah, but
That's a shotgun.
Debo didn't do any better, though, did he?
What did I tell you, Kevin? One target?
You're just now finding this out?
No, I didn't know he had 0. He had 0 points. Not even like 0.1. He had 0.
The ball did
Oh,
not touch his hands.
Boy.
But go to Debo. I don't think Debo had a good
No,
game.
Debo
either.
did terrible.
Yeah.
0.6.
So he would have got 0.6 more. So
Wait, so between
yeah, that's who it was.
Between Debo.
oh, he benched Debo.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, he
Debo
did?
was hurt.
Between the two of them, though, he
Yeah.
would have gotten 0.6.
Yeah. So,
And if you throw in Aaron Jones,
yeah.
that's like 2 points.
Wow, what a week.
When it happens to whenever it happens to a team, they always have the multiple players that do that.
Yeah.
It's been the trend this year.
And
So
Logan's team popped off.
He's probably got to get right. Poor Dalt. He plays them this week. The Dolphins play the Giants, and I gotta imagine Hill goes crazy.
Okay, wait. Why is Dalt's team Dalt Rose? What are you doing there, Dalt? You could be the Dolphins or something.
Oh, the Dolphin.
His team is just Dalt
I
Rose.
forgot. I forgot he said that.
Anybody notice it? I've never even thought about that.
that's his team name.
It's just your username.
It's all Rose.
Dalt. Fix.
Picks. Picks.
So what do you
Alright.
think about his team?
I mean, we've said it. There's no depth. He went out and got Josh Palmer.
How did Josh Palmer do this week, by the way? I gave him a lot of shit
He
about
got
the
a
20
50-yard catch that kind of saved him.
He got 9.
booty. $22.
Palmer's gonna be fine, but you're never ever gonna want to start Palmer.
No, it's a be a buy play. I mean,
Did he explain Four Horsemen, by the way?
he only has 4 players that he drafted. Yeah,
What an inside baseball.
it was a very
kinda-
bold name that no one understood.
It seems
So
fine.
I mean, I think it's better than fine.
That's my comment. He's not even here to listen anyway, so it's like,
Yeah.
Tyreek, CD, Elite. Kyrie.
Does he have a couple guys that could just win him weeks?
Yeah,
like
he's got-
Andrews,
he's got guys that can
Tyreek. That's all you need. You're gonna win.
Yeah? Yeah, you just need them 3 players.
That's Mike saying. You just need those 3 guys. You can win with those 3
Hey,
guys.
three-
Kyron, Debo, he's got boomer bust all over the fucking place.
It's not going to be the same next week.
He's got that.
He's going to come back from the cruise and want to
Want
trade.
to trade.
It might be time.
How did he?
Taxes and Kevin trades.
How did he get Kyron? He gave up Saquon. Does his team look better with Saquon, or does his team look better with Debo and
It
Kyron?
looks much better with Debo and Kyron.
Saquon.
He looks so.
We
much
had
better.
this conversation. I was just curious at this point.
Well,
What it changes.
didn't Logan got AJ done with that?
Yeah, but that's.
Is anyone in
that
the chat?
man's
There's
drop.
no way. Is anyone in the chat? Someone back me up.
I'm with you.
Kyron's better than
I'm with
Barkley.
you.
I know.
I'm with
I-
you.
okay, yeah.
I would
Even-
probably rather have Saquon.
Even with Barkley coming back right now, I would trade Barkley for Kyron straight up.
Woo!
That's not even.
No, it's not.
Like, that's
That's
crazy,
not. But it's just now you are getting into the
I would
name
tug
game.
at my heartstrings.
That's that's just getting into the name game and all of it. But you're not
Running back
wrong. Kyron's unreal.
And it's the workload. Talk about Barkley's workload, who does have a workload. He's got it, if not more. He's
All right.
100% of snaps as a running back.
So
I gotta believe I'd rather have Saquon because if Cup comes back, I gotta think that takes away from Kyron too.
I don't know if it was from Kyron.
I think it would.
Seems like Puka's already like breaking records for
There's another level. to me.
Receptions. Like they're gonna throw the ball. They're gonna throw the ball.
I will say though, the Giants don't look good, so that definitely gives Saquon a downgrade.
Yeah.
But obviously, the Giants don't look good because they don't have Saquon, so they know what.
I think I'd rather have Saquon just because it's sure value.
I think also the trade value potentially there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of,
okay.
Your value doesn't go down with Saquon, but if Kyron has a couple of bad games, it plummets.
Yeah, there's no history there.
Yeah.
There's no something to back it up. But
If
obviously,
his value goes down, I'm trading for Kyron.
hey, Kyron's hurt right now.
They don't have a backup.
He is hurt.
He's been questionable the last 2 weeks, I think.
Well, he actually got hurt with like
It's like a
hip.
hip bruise.
But you're right. Back to that, Kyron. I'm kind of in on Kyron a little bit too because he's from Notre Dame.
We do. Well, this is the same conversation we have every time I bring it up.
I got him in a league, and it's been wonderful having him.
He's
In fact,
good.
it was the league I lost
He was
Chubb
pretty
in,
good at
and
Notre
I just
Dame.
replaced
Yeah.
him with that.
Yeah, maybe even better.
He's great. He's RB4 for a reason.
Yep, no doubt. So
Kevin's got a good team. He'll figure out a way to mess
I think
it up.
Kevin gets off the boat, so I'll be interested to see if Addison stays or if Debo goes in.
Let's move on to number 1 then.
I don't want to talk about this team.
I don't want to talk about it.
We talked about it
Don't want to talk about it.
last year. He was the other 1-3 team.
1-3, ended up in the championship, finished.
Fun fact: the 2 teams that were 1-3 last year were the 2 teams playing the championship.
Yeah.
So if you're 1-3, it's not quite me, but if you
Looking
are
good.
1-3, don't forget
You're going
last
to be
year
in
the
the
championship
championship.
was 2 1-3 teams.
This is true. Finished 8-6, 4-0 this week, and
I'm surprised.
how do you feel about last week? You want to talk about
I'm
me? Your team's
surprised.
good, but like,
I'm surprised.
do you feel that you deserve to beat Dalt? Like,
I do. If I can't beat Dahl with 45 points from CMC, that's a problem.
yeah,
You are 4-0 with a good team, but off the
See,
backbone of
obviously
CMC.
it's carried by CMC.
And
everybody's gonna be carried by
The league that
best
I have
player.
CMC, my team is pretty good, but I wouldn't be anywhere near
Not
where
me.
I'm at if it weren't for CMC. Because just
Yeah.
CMC.
That's what happens.
What happens is if CMC stays healthy, you're gonna be. It's so fucking hard.
You're in every game because of a player like that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Like we're
It's-
talking about the year that wide receivers went first. CMC is about to have the greatest fucking fantasy year of all time. if he keeps
on
up.
most of them, he
He
was
doesn't
going third. You technically jumped
Yeah.
Chase.
You reached.
Yeah.
You could have taken Chase, man.
I
Imagine.
I heard that a lot of places. I was like, there's just no way I'm
You still
taking
gotta go
Chase
to
over
CMC.
CMC.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, just when you get, it's like a Jefferson too. Like you're gonna be in every week if they play. Like
Yeah.
you have a chance to win because they can go for 30.
He has 4 games played and 7 touchdowns total so far. So he's averaging about 2 touchdowns a game. That's already pretty good. Then you got the yards, snap count. He's
Catches.
green. He's green in every single stat except for the Giants when they had a blowout.
Yeah.
They took him out a little bit and he's yellow.
Yeah. Wow. That's a green board all the way. Even into the passing, it's almost all green.
God, he's good.
Gosh.
Yep, I'm glad I got him. I don't know how you trade a player like that.
The only time you trade a player like that is if it was me right now. If I had CMC right now, I could trade CMC to fill up my crappy team. Otherwise, there's no way you're trading. Like he's not tradable.
I don't even know if you could either because I mean, I get what you're saying, but even you'd rather have the 45.
Honestly, honestly, if I had him, I would have won a lot of these games.
Like all of them. It's unreal.
Like he really is good enough to where my team probably would be 3-1 if I had him on that team.
He's elite. So.
But to not talk about your only backbone of your team,
You also have a lot of really good pieces.
you have a lot of depth. You made some good trades. You have a lot of very similar wide receivers. You have
that's my
like
problem.
you're just
They're all
that
the
tier.
same.
You have that
It's a
10-point
good tier to be in when you have a solid.
They're all like high end wide receiver too.
Yeah, they're all high end wide receivers.
Yeah. So it's that. Who do you start?
But you
Who do you
have
feel
3
good
running back
with?
ones or 2.5.
And then
You've got 3 combined. If you combine
What's
Connor
the third
and
one. I
Connor
thought
and
it might be
Mixon.
Connor Mixon.
Yeah,
Connor
because you
Mixon
got
combined.
McCaffrey and Pollard, they're running back ones. Then you got Connor and Mixon. That's at least worth a running back one.
So your only weak points is QB, where you do still have Burrow hiding on the bench. and
Cousins, man.
You
Cousins
do not
is
have
good.
your tight
Cousins
end.
been the elite, bro. Look at
He
that.
is elite.
Quarterback 7.
That man has gotten you places before.
Yes.
But that's where you'll
I
put
don't
Burrow
want to
in.
be on the Cousins train again. But here I am. I'd rather have him.
Why are you getting personal with this?
I was just checking something.
I'd rather have AR.
Uh,
But
check out my shiny trophy.
No.
Such a nice player.
no, I feel good though.
Oh no, not that. I was actually talking about your shiny
Hey.
trophy.
Ooh, I'd rather have him.
AR is
Let
amazing.
me get him.
No.
I'll give you Cousins.
Anyways,
Uh,
there's not much to say about his team. I don't know how we nitpick it.
I don't
It's
have a tight
pretty
end.
solid.
Like I said,
You're right. You don't have tight end. But so the two positions that you don't have that can be like difference makers, quarterback and tight end,
are streamable.
you don't need to have that difference maker if your team's already stacked.
Yeah.
And they are streamable.
There you go.
much are. Good job, Mike.
Should be a fun year.
Number
Rankings.
1, 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah. That's just such
When do you got to fall? Yeah. When's the fall happen? You know.
You just know it's
So-
gonna happen at some point.
We'll go through these matchups quick, right?
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do these matchups.
Records real quick. I am 9-6. Will is 6-9. Mike is 7-8. The league has done it 2 weeks, and they are 9-1
On the predictions.
on the predictions of the matchups.
Wow.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
All right.
Probably-
There's nobody's been chatting in here. I don't know if it says there's 6 people in here. We'll see.
It's alright.
All we take is one person.
But rankings are
What
hard.
if they don't? What if no one's in here to do a pick?
We flip the coin.
They get
Yeah,
they get
they'll
flip a coin?
flip a coin.
All right.
Or they can text it in tomorrow. I know a lot of them watch it the next day.
We'll start with mine since I'm at the top of my thing.
Tell me who they are. I got to type this in.
So this is William versus Jordan
Okay.
matchup. Jordan has Keenan on bye, which is my only hope here.
I am going to go with Will with the upset.
Wait, my projection went up like 3 points.
Because I don't think Amon Ra is going to play.
Yeah, that's the one thing I want to know is the Amon Ra.
And you guys have convinced me on Kirk, and now that I think about it, I don't think I would do the trade straight up for Goddard. But for
Richardson's
Ingram,
projection went.
Yeah. Thank you.
but I think I would trade for Ingram.
Yeah.
If that
No
makes
doubt.
sense.
No doubt.
If
Yeah.
I had a target one, it'd be Ingram, but if I had Goddard, I don't
They're
think
in a
I
very
would.
much similar
I don't think
tier.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I would do it straight up, but if I had to target one, it'd be Ingram. So
Gosh, matchups here. There's a lot of red on the
Questionables that weren't here this morning
on you.
yep, I'm gonna
I
go
think they're
Will
normal
because
things.
AR's going for 40, and then Stevenson's gonna get a good right game, 20. A Chan's gonna go for 20, so you got 100 points right there. Kirk is gonna go for 15, so 115.
Someone's here. Okay. people are here.
McLaurin 10, so that's 125. Pacheco, he'll have a good game too, 115. So that's like, is that 140?
What about Pierce?
Pierce, he's gonna have a dud week, 2 points, 142. And then your
The defense.
defense is gonna get,
Like 5.
it's gonna get 20.
30.
You got 165. And then did I say Goddard?
No.
You don't even need
Goddard, he's gonna actually have a get right
This
game.
will be Goddard's get right game.
10 points. Will scored 175.
All right. If I score 175, that's incredible.
it. So who is the big player? AR is 40, and who else had another high one?
40 from AR, and then I got
40 from Stevenson,
Like-
40 from H.
so I got 20 from Stevenson, 20 from A.
So 20, everyone else pretty much. Okay.
No, Kirk was 15.
All right, so
Oh,
chat, we need you guys to pick who's going to win between me
I
and
didn't
Jordan
say
here.
yet.
I know, but I'm telling them because
No, he asked me. Sorry, there was a combo.
quarterback
Gosh.
matchup. We have a similar quarterback. Running backs.
Henry pops off against Indy though, doesn't he? Doesn't he just love to like obliterate us?
With his, mate, I think we usually have bad run defense. I think it's not as bad this year. With his Keenan Allen bench
I wanna
thing,
do it.
our teams are
I
actually
think I
very
think it's
comparable.
good.
I'm picking Will.
With
Shit.
the upset.
I feel like I picked me every week and I've lost every week. Should
I
go
really
against
want to
it?
get like cutouts of people and then
Yeah,
put up
we
put
should
up
get
a-
faces.
put up a
Yeah.
face.
So we don't. None of us say it, and we just all three lift it
Do
up.
like this.
All right,
Or we
the
can, like,
chat
put it
has
in
still
front
some
of our
picks
face.
yet. Come on, chat.
We can
Logan,
put it in front of our face.
Jordan says he's here.
We can
Tough
put it
one.
in.
Jordan's gonna go with Jordan.
Tough one.
Yeah, Dan said right, so that's Jordan.
Dan
Yeah.
said on the right. Okay,
All right.
Who you got?
I'm gonna take Jordan.
Okay.
The chat's been 9-1 this year.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
jinx the fuck out of this man.
All right. Second matchup.
Second matchup. Zach versus Brad. Oh,
Ooh.
Zach.
Zach, this is a quick one.
Yeah, let's just do this one.
The chat will pick Zach too, I'm sure.
The chat picks Zach.
Sorry, Brad, but you're in a good spot. I swear, though, if you pull off some fucking miracle,
Dalt said let's do the cutouts. We should do it.
should do some
I'll work
cutouts.
on that.
Yeah.
I'll print off some.
see
funny
where it
pictures.
is.
It'd be hilarious.
Dalt went well.
Thanks,
But we got
Dalt.
more Jordan picks, so we gotta pick Jordan from the chat.
There's only. Oh yeah. Damn it. Hey, but
We
you
got 3 Jordan picks.
you guys both picked me.
Yeah.
No, I picked it against me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
I said you're getting
I'm gonna win
175.
this week. All right. Yeah.
We
This
get
one.
chat picked Zach too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an easy
Yeah,
one.
that's just-
Taking the L.
That might be the worst bye week I've ever seen.
ETN.
Robin.
Boom.
Robin versus Logan.
Interessante.
I'll go Logan.
Yeah, I will go Logan too.
Alrighty, hold on.
Here's the fact that Logan's projected to win by 18 or not 18 by
What?
9, and has a 13 projected quarterback in Dobbs versus a 21 projected quarterback in Allen. That's crazy.
Now that is, but and I get where it's at, but Brees Hall is projected 9.
You're talking about, look at the difference though in the
No,
quarterbacks.
I get it.
projection.
Yeah, his team is deep.
Get in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
The defense is also a 5-point difference. Holy cow.
Defenses matter, man. There's a skill to it. I'm telling you, pony up for defense.
Detroit versus Carolina.
That matters.
Really good matchup.
10. That's wow, 10. Sheesh.
Man, if he had a better record, he's got my favorite team.
Well,
Logan's team is my favorite team.
Javante, I don't know
I
about
love
this to Javante Williams.
Logan said Robin, but
Yeah, whatever.
Dan, who's impartial, said Logan. Oh wait, but Dalt said Robin.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Robin has some killer matchups. I just don't like the Javante Williams because who does he has to start Jalen Warren?
I'm taking Logan. I think chat has picked Robin. I'm actually surprised by that.
Who'd you take?
I'm taking Logan.
I'm gonna do it. Just to take
Going Robin?
Take it. I'm gonna go Robin. I'm just to get the record.
Chat picks Robin because Chat picks Logan because I don't count Logan's pick.
Yeah, but
Robin.
what you gotta at least give it some weight because the chat was also tied on Robin. It'd still be tied no matter what because Dan picked Robin. Or sorry, not Dan. Dalt picked Robin.
So it's tied without Logan.
Dalt, yeah. So then you
Then
get
it's
the
Robin.
tiebreaker to Robin. Yeah. There's 2 Robins.
Logan said, "Will, you were the only one that picked me last week. You're a real one. Love you."
He was.
Well, you're my favorite team, dude.
That's what gained him. He gained.
I'd be
the
surprised
spot.
if I haven't picked you once for these matchups.
All right, next matchup.
We got Robin versus
Logan, all right, I'll pick Logan.
I'm going.
We got Mike versus Coleman. Oh,
Wait, really?
yeah.
You guys haven't faced each other?
No, not yet.
You-
Can you pull up my picture? Is that a chance?
No.
Damn it!
Sleeper week.
might be able to
It's
do
a
it.
picture of Kevin. Damn.
You
Just
do
check
it.
out that photo, guys. It's really funny.
So great.
It's Kevin passed out on a cruise.
Anyway,
Looks like he is right now.
Yeah.
Oh me, oh my. So
honestly, Dan, I think your vote matters more for not being
Yeah,
the lead. You're the
honestly,
least
yeah.
biased
Yeah.
person. That's why I like your vote.
I'm gonna pick me.
I'm gonna take Coleman.
God. Why? I'm just kidding.
Do it, Coleman.
I
Take
hope
down the
not.
undefeated team.
I hope not.
Start the right players.
Am I able to pick?
I need to get a tight end.
Wait, your tight end Freiermuth is injured or something. He's projected 0.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one up.
You're projected 0 with your tight end, and you're still projected to beat him by 6.
It's because CMC is projected. Almost
You said this last
22
week, man. He
points.
doubled it.
22, and then he doubles it. So that means you're gonna score 150.
Stop complaining about CMP's projection. Actually, they're a little low.
He's due for a
They're
bad
low
game
bongus
against
projections,
Dallas.
what
I
they're
will
doing.
say I'm a little nervous about the matchup with Dallas.
No, I don't think Dallas is
But
good
that's
against
good
the
for
run.
Pollard.
Yeah. I don't know. Both those defenses are stout on the runs.
Run the ball back
Yeah.
and forth, you know. No one
Yeah.
throws it.
It's gonna be all passing.
I'm gonna take Mike. I can't not take Mike.
Okay, what's Chad saying?
We have 1, and it's for Mike, so it's Mike.
Kirk is going for 400 yards.
That would be great.
I would love to see that too.
Against Kansas City? Probably. I mean, is he
Oh,
going for
Kirk
400?
Cousins. Oh, I was thinking Christian Kirk.
We're past you. We're past you. All right, last matchup is Kevin
Versus Dalt.
Dalt.
Q. Wait, there was a Q pick in there, and that's a league member. How do we do that then?
Q win. The undefeated
Wait,
has
2
to
Qs.
lose. The odds are against
2
Mike.
Qs.
It's Coleman.
Dalt took Q.
Switch it to Coleman.
Wow. You guys are 9-1. You guys sure you're going to be throwing these risky picks out there? You're on track for maybe a historic year.
Alrighty, let's see here.
CMC, little down week against the bet. Yeah, it is a good defense. But we're talking about the 49ers. I don't think you're going to have a problem.
God,
I like your comp.
you literally called it out. What is Tyreek Hill going to do against the Giants?
That's the problem. It's gonna do the same thing that they did against Denver. He's gonna get a touchdown early and then not get anything the rest of the game.
Here's the thing about Dalt's
They're gonna
team.
be up so much.
The player I'm most scared about is Najee Harris. I'm so scared about that man.
He looked good last week.
Yeah, but it was
Did
Houston.
well.
It was Houston, though.
Houston has been good. Houston didn't even give him a touchdown, did they? They didn't score a touchdown against
I
Houston.
love Brian Rob. Huh? What was it? Sorry.
I just said it was Houston. He said he looked good last week. I said it was Houston. He was defending
I think
Houston.
Houston's been good.
Yeah.
I still
Surprisingly.
think their run is still where they're weak, though.
Are you starting Waller? Ooh.
Dalt?
Maybe me and Dalt should talk.
He took 2-2 out.
I need one of them tight ends, Dalt. Let's talk.
Scroll down, please, he said. I got you.
I'm going to go with, you know what? Kevin's coming off a cruise ship. He's going to be, a little hangover. Not feeling so good.
Wait, is Kevin listening or something? When did he put Debo in?
Debo's been in recently.
Was it?
He just wasn't last week. Last week he was out.
I think Christian Watson gets right, too. I'm going to go with Dalt. A get-right game for Dalt and Christian
I
Watson.
kind of want to go with Dalt, too. I'm not sure
And
it's
Brian
quite
Robinson.
ready for Aaron Jones.
And
I'm worried that the Dolphins game becomes a blowout and there's not a bunch of passing.
Yeah, I'm worried about that, too.
CeeDee Lamb versus San Francisco is tough.
Hill's got to get his stuff
They got to
early.
pass.
Kyron versus Philly is tough.
I got Kevin. You two got
Debo's
Dalt.
questionable.
I'm going to go Dalt because of the stack, Brian Robinson,
Dalt.
and it's a get-right game for Christian Watson.
Chat took Dalt. The chat's being weird. What are you guys doing? That was it, right? That was them.
That's it. That is
That is week 5 in the books.
week 5 in the books. We'll probably have a
I
lead
agree.
member on next week.
Dalt, It
Yeah.
does look nicer with Waller and tight end and Kelsey.
It really does.
Yeah.
Looks so much
It really
nicer that
does.
way.
Because then it looks like you're...
It looks like It looks like you still have a pretty good tight end and then you have an amazing flex in Kelsey. Otherwise, it looks like you have a really bad flex in Waller.
But
He is
yeah,
facing Andrews, so...
I say we'll have someone on next week. We'll kind of do every other week.
We're getting
So
close
we
to,
don't have long weeks. So.
Mid-season awards, too.
Mid-season awards.
Yeah.
So
So we got
that'll
a
be
few,
fun.
few fun things coming up, so...
Whoever wants to be on, let us know. Oh, yeah, Adam. Oh, Dalt did say it. You guys need to catch up on your Adam Thielen knowledge. Adam Thielen has been really good.
He's been really good. Yeah,
He's
I
been
want-
elite.
But he's not exciting to have on your team. That's why we haven't talked about him because he's not fun to talk about. But yes,
How
he's
did he
been
do with Bryce Young this? Because he was amazing with Andy Dalton.
8 targets, 7 catches, 76
He's a
yards.
solid
11 points.
flex.
They're in the market for a wide receiver 1, though, I hear, so...
He's the wide receiver 10 on the year. Adam Thielen is the wide receiver 10 on the year.
Unreal.
That's crazy.
Thielen's always good.
A
though.
really old, really slow white guy is on a team that sucks.
You know
is
what
the
I-
wide receiver 10.
There's no
Why
thing I
does he
want to
lie?
say.
Because white wide receiver
What if he was Mexican?
be better.
My hot take, I'd rather have Thielen than Hopkins.
I don't know if it's a hot take.
I think I'm with you on that, actually.
Hopkins is done.
I'd rather have
Thielen's on his
in
prime.
fantasy. I'd rather have Thielen.
But anyways, let's wrap it up. But yeah, next week we'll have someone on. Whoever wants to come on, let us know, and we will shoot the shit with you. So till next time, boys. You want to sing it out?
Yeah, you start it.
Oh,
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 in the